Yo! What's good? How we doing, chat? What's poppin'? I got the dogs barking already. How we doing, everybody? My name is Grayson Brock. I'm 20 years old, and I'm currently in the jungle. I've been stranded here for about 3 days, and I'm looking for help, okay? Guys, today's super special stream, again, this is the second international, worldwide, world-renowned Inner Circle stream. The Inner Circle is a group of the Inner Circle. What the frick does that even mean? Well, you can join the at the YouTube, next to the subscribe button, you can join the membership, and you get access to an exclusive Discord chat called the Inner Circle. And now, I'll be honest, I haven't been very responsive in there. So we're gonna try to keep these weekly streams going with the Inner Circle, where the Inner Circle can come together live on stream. We can discuss life. We can discuss why we're fat. We can discuss politics, Biden, Lebanon. We can discuss don't be fat. Is this a good message? We can discuss, you can ask me questions. We can just get to know each other. So, yeah, that's what's happening today. And let me figure out, there's a monkey next to me. Let me ask him how I'm gonna get this StreamYard, how the guests are gonna join in. But until that, send where you guys are from, where you guys are tuning in from, and if you're fat or not. So if you're from, I'll type it first. So Houston, Texas, USA, not fat. Send it below, bruh. Send it below. Grayson, I'm sitting next to my mom with any headphones. Please behave. Sheesh. Un momento, por favor. All right, guys, if you are in the Inner Circle, you can, in the Discord, the Grayson Brock Community Discord, one of the greatest communities on the internet. You guys can see it. Go to the chat, the Inner Circle chat, and you can click join. There's nobody in the back chat right now, so we're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this flowing. We're going to keep the liquor flowing. Psych, haram. But join the Inner Circle chat. You can come in here, and you can talk about how you're not fat, or how you're fat. Or you can talk about life. You can talk about how you're, I don't know. You can talk about how your wife left you and how I could be a therapist for you. I mean, you could really talk about anything. Hey, Latif, are you here? And, oh, Hafsa, that video yesterday, yeah, I meant to... Me and Latif... I'll... Latif, are you here? On StreamYard, the chat is like slow, guys. I need to get my phone out. so I can see you guys in real time. Real time. I knew it. I didn't see anybody send where they're from. Where's everybody from, bruh? Where's everybody from today? Hey, Latifah's here. What's good, bro? Hey, Latif, are you able to pin the Buy Me Coffee link in the chat? One sec, chat. I'm getting my headphones. Yo, if you're in the inner circle, join the stream, bruh. Join the StreamYard link in the Discord and hop up in here. Isn't it? Oh, I'm muted. My bad. Grayson, as the leader of the hijabi gang, I would like to propose the idea that we also need a monthly hijabi gang stream. Should we run that? Chat, should we run that? Guys, today was supposed to be the first IRL stream. It's actually going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big stream. Exciting news. Exciting reveal of where I am and some other surprises coming. So, who would like to have a local hijabi stream every month? Trying to get the inner circle popping, but nobody from the inner circle wants to come up because they're too scared. They're too scared to fight me. But what's everybody doing? What's going on? Guys, I'm on the internet, coming on here every single day, sharing my life, sharing what's going on, for the most part. And you guys clearly see value in this. If you would like to support me traveling so that I can do IRL streams and show you countries, what they're like, and I can go in there firsthand and be the front soldier on the line, and I can IRL myself getting kidnapped by the cartel. I'm also trying to smuggle about 10,000 kilos of cocaine from where I'm currently in Central America back to the U.S. And I can share that journey, what happens. If you'd like to support, you can send me a private message and purchase a coffee for the company. If it's an interesting message, I'll try and read it. The bigger the coffee, I'll have more time to read it. A lot of you guys want to talk to me, and I want to talk to you. I can't talk to everyone. So the only way to filter the big messages is basically send me a private message on coffee, send me an email that's really interesting, or you got to get creative with it. Because I want to talk with you, but I can't talk with everyone. But if you see value in me sharing my journey online, sharing what I'm learning, doing push-ups, encouraging you guys to be better, then help support the channel, because it's hard to make these videos every single day. But I would love to be able to do it for you guys full time. Come to Afghanistan? I do want to come to Afghanistan. I mean, the plan is to be able to travel the Middle East. I don't try to ignore the messages. I just can't read all the messages, nor there's just too many. Who appreciated the content? Thank you, Rosa. Is there hijabi there? Where I am, no, I have yet to see one hijabi. Where is the Inner Circle gang, bruh? Nib jobbies, we don't do face reveal. Sarah, is your mom still watching? Tell her I said hi. Tell her I said peace be with her. Tell her that you're funny. She must be funny. Is she funnier than you? Tell her that I have a message. Grayson, what are your thoughts on niqab? I didn't know what it was until this year, and I think it looks terrifying. However, I also used to think that a hijabi was weird, so I think it's just, I don't know, I've never seen it in real life, so. Good idea. Hey Latif, can you chat in the real quick? I know there's other stuff you need to be doing, but can you chat in the Discord Inner Circle? Tell them to pull up. I'm gonna chat in the Discord too. Oh, why isn't my phone charging, bruh? Grayson, have you met any subscribers in real life? Yes, I have. I have the first subscriber I ever met was Hafsa. Absolute W. I've met 3 subscribers in real life. The third one, no, actually no, I've met more than that. Well, I've met plenty of people who have seen my videos. So, but that's not a subscriber. I think I've met 3 subscribers. I met one person who, I was at Home Depot one time with a friend, and a guy came up to me and said, bro, are you Grayson? And I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, I've seen your videos. I was like, whoa. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm from Greece. I'm a revert. Or no, sorry, not Greece. No, you think he was from Greece. He was from Greece. That was crazy. And then I met a third one. And I can't share who that is. It's a good question, Sarah. Grayson, I really love the video where you read the whole Quran in one sitting. Tell us more about it. You know, I was actually watching some of it today, and it was fascinating to go through and watch. It was a surreal experience because I knew I knew it was possible to read it in one go, like to read it in one day before going to sleep again. And so I knew I was just waking up that morning thinking, wow, I'm gonna have woken up today, and by the time I go to bed and put my head on the pillow, I'm gonna have read the entire Quran. And prior to this day, I had never read any of it. And I'm like, that's freaking crazy. And I did the same thing with the Bible. Although it took more than a day. I actually slept in between because it took 3.5 days. But I was like, wow, by the end of this, I'm going to have read the entire Bible. And by the end of it, I did read the entire Bible. The Quran is shorter, so you could read it in one day. And so was I read the Book of Mormon and the Bhagavad Gita. That was hype. Both of those, all three of those I read in one go. The Bhagavad Gita was interesting as a Hinduism book. That book is basically about questioning God, because in the book there's almost like this authority figure and it's like a dialogue between the authority figure and the soldier asking God about like what to do in the war. And it's like he's asking God like philosophical questions like, God, but why does this happen? It's actually really interesting. And then the Book of Mormon was interesting because it wasn't as crazy as I thought. That was actually the most interesting thing about it. It wasn't as crazy as I thought. Besides the fact that it tells about a history of the ancient Americas, which probably didn't even happen. That's kind of sus. But the Bible was also fascinating. The Old Testament of the Bible is insane. It's like the literature is crazy. It's like I feel like I was reading the Odyssey. Even though I was supposed to read that book in high school and I didn't read it because I'm a savage. That book was entertaining. Old Testament of the Bible is crazy bloody, crazy gory, and crazy electric. And then the New Testament is dope because you get to read about the life of Jesus. When I read Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, which are the 4 books in the New Testament that explain the life of Jesus, I realized that they're actually like pretty different books. So that's fascinating. All right, if you want to join the inner circle, we got a bunch of circles and a bunch of users in the inner circle, which is if you click next to the subscribe button, you click join. The inner circle is a group of the inner circle of the YouTube channel where we have our own private Discord channel, which hasn't been popping off too much recently anyway. But I'm trying to get it started going. I'm trying to get this community of the inner circle together to do weekly streams like this. And we come on here and we talk about life for 1 hour. And yeah, you get the chance to like message me in the inner circle. I need to be more. How do you guys recommend I be more responsive in there? Because it's so hard to be. Because I like being off my phone, bro. Oh my gosh, look what Ali said in the inner circle. Look at this. Average mosque in Turkey. That's freaking crazy. Look at that. That's crazy. Inner circle sounds creepy. Yeah, it does. That's the point. Yeah, if you go to the community, if you follow the directions when you join, then you'll be able to join the Discord, the private Discord channel in the Discord server. Where have I been? I've been working, and the attention span you have is crazy. I can't focus for more than 2 minutes. Well, that's because I'm a Himothy neutron. Grayson, what does your name mean? My name means son of the gray man. But it has a more personal story than that. It has to do with the someone very important to my father who he named me after in memory of him. Abdullah, Grayson, are you active on Facebook? No, I'm not active on Facebook. I am active on Instagram, though. Grayson_Brock. I post stuff on there. I post my stories on there that I do not post on YouTube. So you get some exclusive content here. Miriam, what's poppin'? My name means the Virgin Lady. That's electric. So basically like Mother Mary, like Jesus' mom. It's Luca. Luca, what's poppin'? Zub dubs. Guys, this is Kurt's brother Luca. If it's the same Luca. Luca, ¿qué pasó, mi amigo? ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Dude, Kurt's younger brother Luca, what's poppin', bruh? Hola, mi amigo. This is hype. Oh, Miriam. It's the Arabic name of Holy Mary. Oh, Maryam. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Abdullah Dawood. Hello, brother. How do you feel when you listen to Quranic recitation? Do you feel peaceful? Yeah. It sounds dope. Sounds like an ongoing word. I'm not gonna lie, it's like when most people you meet that are Muslim or Middle Eastern, it's hard not to associate the religion with just like a Middle Eastern religion. Even though Christianity is a Middle Eastern religion too. I mean, Jesus is literally believed to have been from like present-day Palestine. So, it's all Middle Eastern. All the Abrahamic religions are Middle Eastern. But the only one that's really... The world just doesn't make sense, bro. But it does make sense when you start looking into it. It starts to make sense, but then you realize none of the mainstream stuff is true. Everything you look into is a lie. That's what I've learned. Everything that I research on my own, like I go far enough down the rabbit hole, I realize that it was a lie from the beginning, and that most of it is not true. It's funny how that works. All right, again. Where is the inner circle, bruh? All right, I'm gonna give 7 more minutes, and then the hijabi gang gonna take over. No cap on my mama. I was planning on joining, but my computer is not working. Grayson, told about making money. How do you plan on making money? Hey, lots of ways, but my main way of how I want to make money is I want to inspire the world and inspire people around the world to become the best version of themselves and figure out how to find companies that want to align with that mission and make videos, record my life, and document my journey around the world, document showing countries that everybody's afraid to go to, document doing things that everyone's afraid to do, like fighting a Muay Thai fight after 3 months of training and getting my ass beaten in a fight, getting punched in the face like 50 times, and like falling asleep because I had such a bad concussion, but then I learned from it and became stronger, and then people got to watch that video and be inspired by it. So that's what I want to do for money, is I want to do crazy stuff like this. I want to move to a jungle and like kill a monkey and eat it. Just kidding. But you know, do crazy stuff, find companies that want to align with that mission, and promote. That's the goal. You know, basically spreading God around the world. But I want to do that without talking about God all the time. You know what I mean? Like just doing it. Like what would a godly person do with their actions? Grayson, why did Kurt not fight? Oh, he didn't want to. It's pretty intense, Luca. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm sure after he saw me got beat up, he thought he made the right decision, because I got destroyed. All right, I was planning on the inner circle joining in, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? Let me get some push-ups in, guys. Don't be fat. Let's go, Luca. I need you to give me 10 push-ups right now. Come on, boss. Ready? Let's go. 2. I'm gonna get 25 in. Let's go, baby. Everybody hop in. Let's go. Don't be fat. This is a movement. This is a freaking movement, bruh. Knuckle ups, level up. Hey, don't be fat in the chat. Spam it right now. My name is Grayson Brock. I'm 22 years old. If you're inspired by me sharing my life online, then help support me as I make these videos. They take a lot of time. I put all my effort into them. When I'm not making these videos, I'm working on the channel. I'm working on stuff that'll inspire you in planning missions of what to do next, about how can the world become a better place through these videos. And you know, mostly how this channel is so beautiful, what's great about it, is the community. It's because of you guys in here that are always here, joining the Discord, and like legitimately, some of you guys have met in real life. Some people are even apparently gonna get married from meeting in my Discord server. What the heck? And like, I think Sarah and Random Human, I don't know if it was you two that are trying to be roommates. Bro, that's the beautiful thing about this. People are meeting in real life. So that's the point of this channel. If you want this channel for the community to keep growing, help support the channel. Send me a private message on Buy Me a Coffee. If it's a dope message, I'll read it. If it's not, I probably won't see it. Make it dope though. You know what I mean? I get like hundreds of messages a day. So just send a dope message. I would like to speak with all of you guys, but I can't. So that's the solution. I hope you guys are inspired by me sharing my life on here, because it's pretty scary. Ain't gonna lie. I'm the only YouTuber who doesn't lie. The only YouTuber who's completely honest. Grayson, can you react to the stream with Imam Wassam? That collab was so wholesome. Best stream ever. That stream was, dude. Imam Wassam, I have got to talk to him again. That dude was dope. Steve C, will you join the cult? And do you like flying donkeys? Do I like flying donkeys? I mean, that would be dope. Who wouldn't like flying donkeys? I've never seen a donkey fly. So I don't believe that could happen. I mean, unless I saw one. That'd be dope. And what cult? Everything's a cult. Your family's a cult. You're your own cult. You and your friends are a cult. You use words. that nobody else uses and understands. Only you use inside jokes. You're a cult. I read a book called Cultish, and it basically has this premise. Let me share this with you guys. Let me show you guys this book. It's this book that basically says that everything's a cult when you really actually figure out what a cult is. And a cult is defined by the language. Everything is a cult. So like Salam Alaikum, you only say that, or you can go to a mosque and you say that. It's like a cult. So is your family. It's all a cult. It's all a group that nobody understands unless you're in it. And everyone outside of it is not in it, and they're them, and we're us. So yes, I love cults. Abdullah Dawood was good, brother. You're awesome. Honest for sure. One question, are you in Amazon to try shamanism? Whoa. Bro, you know your stuff. No, I'm not. But I would like to at one point in my life look into that. I am in the Amazon. No, is this the Amazon? No, it's not the Amazon. I'm not in the Amazon. Very close to the Amazon, though. It basically is. I mean, look how luscious this is. It's pretty electric, if you ask me. All right, we're going to do one question go. Oh, sorry. I thought you yesterday said that I was joking, I guess. I would like to try ayahuasca at one point in my life. We'll see, though. Seems like something that's pretty intense. Okay, one question go. One question go. Miriam, why'd you dip? Don't be fat, baby. What job would you do if you had to work? Do what I'm doing right now. Make videos online, bro. Inspire the world. There's been people online who have changed my life, and I hope to be that catalyst for other people. Because there's people in life who genuinely change the way that I think, and live. And it's so beautiful. Ali, is this you, bro? Ali?
Yo, what's good?
Ali, what's poppin'? Wait.
Yo, what's good?
Is this the
How are you
Ali?
doing? Yeah, it's literally
Ali, I thought you weren't
Ali.
gonna join today, bro.
Man, I got some stuff to do, but yeah, I can join for like 1 minute.
Hey, Ali's in here, guys. He's from the inner circle. Ali, what's poppin',
Yeah.
boy?
What's poppin'?
You living life?
Sorry, what?
You living life? Pura vida. In Spanish,
Yeah.
in Spanish, people say pura vida. Pure life.
I don't know what that means.
It means pure. Vida means life.
That's cool.
Pura means pure. So you live in that pure life?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. How's that masjid you were at?
Yo, what's that?
How was this place?
Yeah, that was fire. I went there like 4 or 5 hours ago, I think. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. This is
Yeah,
what
it's
an
beautiful.
average one looks like?
Yeah. Like there are literally mosques everywhere in here. Like when there's like adhan, and like you can literally hear like adhans everywhere. It's great.
Bro, what is it like in Turkey?
I actually came here like 1 month ago, but yeah, it's been great since I've been here. So yeah, recommend it for like everyone to. Also, a very like great touristic place to like visit and stuff. Yeah.
Should I pull up?
You're in Costa Rica right now?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Tomorrow I'll reveal it. Where do you think I am?
Apparently, you seem like you're in jungles or something in Amazon. I don't know. Yeah, in Costa Rica, I think.
What kind of content would you look forward to me making outside of talking about religion?
I don't know. You said that you want to like document your life about like stuff you do or something. I think you can do whatever you want basically. Like
Yeah, and you would tune in?
just you own the huh?
But you would tune in? Like, what would you be excited to see?
I think like IRL streams like is trendy nowadays, so you can try that out. I don't know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, but whatever you've been doing so far, like it's been great. Like it's been
Okay,
like
good, bro.
interesting
Good,
content.
good,
Yeah.
good. Turkey as May Ponito. I don't understand what
May
that means.
bonito.
Luca, what does that
Is
mean?
it Spanish?
Yes.
May bonito.
Maybe Luca meant muy bonito, which means very pretty. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, we got random human here.
Yo,
Random?
random human.
Yo, what's up?
Random human, what's poppin'?
It's good, bro. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Poppin' good, mate.
Todo bien.
What's that?
Is everything good?
Да,
Yeah?
все хорошо.
Hey.
That was Russian.
I don't know what you said, but hey.
She said everything is good.
In Russian. You
Everything.
speak Russian, Ali?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak to.
Well, we got the
both
leader of
from
the
same
hijabi
country.
gang. Should I
Huh?
pull her up?
Hey, that's Sarah, definitely.
She's a leader of the hijabi
Pull her.
gang. I don't know if
Yeah,
we want
pull her
that.
up.
So hijabs are gonna take over the inner circle stream.
Let
Leader
them.
of the hijabi gang?
Yeah, so you should
Do you
kick me out of
rise?
here. I'm a
It is-
stranger here.
It is the real one. It is the real one.
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Salam.
Walaikum salam, Sarah.
Peace.
Walaikum salam.
Leader of the
How are you,
hijabi
Sarah?
gang. Who do you identify as a male or female?
Female, always.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Why
So
is
random
that?
human, how many genders are there?
2.
Ali, what do you think about
Same answer.
Only
that?
2
Interesting.
genders.
Interesting. But what is a woman?
Biological female.
XY chromosomes. Oh,
I don't know
XX.
I don't know what that means, but leader of the hijabi gang. So what kind of gang are you in? Who do you affiliate with? And what kind of products do you guys sell?
We don't sell products. We only fight people that are abusing others. We protect the ones that need help, and we're everywhere. You don't know who is in the hijabi gang. We're everywhere. We just protect people. Hyper emotional. Watch it.
Wait, I think you should kick me out because I'm not a hijabi. So.
You're not a hijabi, Ali? I thought you
No,
identified
I'm
as
not.
one.
Huh?
Do you not identify as one?
Of course not.
Ali, you're funny, bro. So, guys, what do you guys think about this inner circle stream? Nobody pulled up from the inner circle, but looks like
They're
this is
lazy.
even better.
I'm just saying.
I
It's
pulled up.
showing who's the OG, who's not.
True, Ali pulled up, but not until I opened it up to everyone. Come on, Ali.
But there wasn't a link for the inner circle StreamYard,
In the
so
inner
I
circle.
couldn't join. No, you didn't send the link previously.
Hey, Latif, did you not send the link to the?
Nah, he's an
Inner
elf.
circle.
I'm just joking.
Let us waiting for hijabis.
Ali just said that there wasn't a link. Hey, Latif, if you're here,
Even
let me
though
know.
you posted the link in the inner circle Discord, so everyone can see it, so everyone can literally join
Well,
the inner
we
circle.
changed. Latif said he changed it so where that they couldn't see
Okay,
it. Hopefully.
no, but I didn't see that.
How do I join the call, Luca? I'm sending the link in the chat, but there's a bunch of people in the back chat.
Yo, Grayson, do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think village life is better than city life?
Do I think what?
Do you think city life is better than village life?
In village life?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so different. I mean, I think ultimately if I had to pick one, I would definitely not choose city life because it's so
Yeah,
unnatural.
same here.
However,
Best
it's so
life is
fun.
wild
It's so
life.
fun to be in a city and have like any restaurant you can go to. You can go. You can like. You can do anything. Everything is right next to you.
But it's just so tiring. Like it just gets so tiring.
Yeah.
And then it's just personally me, but I think that when you just get overwhelmed, just like life gets to you, you just want to like leave everything and go to nature. Just like
Yeah,
get away
Yeah,
from
like
everyone.
escape.
Yeah, also it's a bit stressful, I think.
It's facts. That's totally facts. Wait, do any of you guys live in a city?
I do, in Istanbul.
I do.
Istanbul.
In
You
Baku.
live in
It's
a
a very
city too,
big
random?
city.
In Baku right now. Living in Baku city.
Oh, there goes Ali. Hey, let's bring up Tufan. Tufan?
How are you, man?
What's good, bruh?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you think I'm an angel?
Yeah, just for remembering me, I put this
I
word.
remember you, bro. You're
Yeah,
from,
thank you.
wait, from
From
Turkey as well.
from
Yeah,
Turkey, yes.
Yes, sir.
Also, yeah, and
Yeah.
I open my house for you always.
Yes, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't forget it.
Don't forget it.
Uh, how you been today? Are you better with your COVID-19?
My what? My what?
Wait, what?
You
Oh,
your
COVID-19.
COVID?
Yeah, I feel better. I think it's because yesterday morning I went on a run, and I'm where I am. It's very hot, or it wasn't even in the
Damn.
morning. It was midday. It was morning because I woke up late, and I
But
sweat so much that I had such a bad. I was so lightheaded. Like, I felt super sick even after the nap. I went to like dinner
Are
and
you in
I felt
Egypt?
terrible. But then I drank a Coke, and it made me feel better.
Grayson, do you know you were sleep talking?
I don't believe you.
Well, you were though. Ask anybody in the chat. You were.
For real? I actually do. I know I sleep talk.
That's what I'm saying. You're sleep talking.
You
You sleep
too?
talked.
What did I say?
Okay, I was just
It's-
baffling. You just exposed yourself. I was just baffling.
You're capping?
No, yeah, I was capping, but you just exposed yourself that you sleep talk.
Well, yeah, I know I have, but I don't know if I did. I mean, how would I ever know?
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know.
Do you guys think streaming sleeping is strange?
It is strange
Yeah,
because
it's super weird.
there's like people in the
Normal.
chat and they're still hanging out, and I was like, you guys are creepy.
Numbers like,
Yeah, I convinced Latif to call you and tell you you were sleep talking. I don't know if he told you.
Grayson was moonwalking.
Sleepwalking.
He said, "Where the beauty's at?" Latif, you're a funny guy, bro. Funny guy, bro. You said the shahada when you were sleeping. No!
Proof.
So,
By the way,
yes.
after Costa Rica, will you go another country or you will go back to your house?
God willing,
In
yes.
your
I really want to go to Colombia. Yeah, guys, I'm in Costa
Ooh.
Rica, but maybe not. I'll reveal that tomorrow on the IRL stream for sure. But I'm in Costa Rica. But I don't know where I am, and then maybe I'll go to Costa Rica next. Or I mean, Colombia.
I think we most of the people knows that you are in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious, I think.
Bro,
But
where
do
is
But
do
we're
you?
in Africa.
Yeah. Himoti.
Himoti?
But Grayson, can you open a page for a browser? I want to show you something.
Okay.
When you say Himoti, type in Google American comics books MAD, MAD,
So what's
MAD.
what?
MAD. The American comics book cover MAD.
Mad. MAD.
Yes, MAD. Yes. can you see the guy in the cover?
Let me see. Un momento, por favor.
Bueno, gracias.
Oh, Snaya. You speak
No,
Spanish?
I'm not Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I'm just.
Tufan, you're funny,
I'm
bro.
just.
Hey, can we get some W's in
Yeah.
the chat for Tufan? Come on.
But you know what? I can speak French very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, je m'appelle
That's the
Tufan.
same thing, no?
Oh, whoa. I don't know what you
Also
said. That sounds
Turkish.
dope.
I am Turkish, but of course I know Turkish. My
So how many
second
languages do you
language.
speak?
With my language, Turkish, French, and English. But as you see, I'm not good, very good. The Mad comic book, man. American
Do you know Russian?
comics. No,
I'm trying
only.
Oh, sheet, skirt. Whoa. I'm trying to get to the point.
You can put in a images view, not all images view. Yes. Oh man.
Which one?
Can you scroll down, please?
Yes.
Yeah, you see the guy. He's always the same guy. Yes, this one. He's always on the cover. Always. Generally, you see. Check the other cover. You will see that this is him with different. Always the same guy in different character. I show you this because it reminds me to Himoti.
Why?
Because he pop up suddenly like this, and
Randomly.
he stay. Yes, and he looks like him a bit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he looks like Grayson a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
No, I think he looks like more to Himoti.
Grayson, are you fluent in Spanish?
Más o menos. More or less.
Bien,
No,
bien.
I'm not. I mean, relative to someone who can't speak anything, yes. But
How
no,
did
I'm
you
not
learn
fluent.
Spanish?
I lived in Spain for 5 months.
Oh, I thought you learned from Duolingo.
I did Duolingo, but I realized the best way to learn a language is by speaking it.
Yes, agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, great. How many languages do you know?
So,
Thank you, Grayson, for showing.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Thank you.
Me,
I appreciate.
yes, sir, bro. So what else can we talk about, guys? Should I pull up everyone in the back chat?
How many people are there?
1, 2, 3 more.
Put Latif up. He wants to come.
Latif isn't in
cool
the back
Latif.
chat.
We still don't see his face.
Latif's face. You want to see it?
Face reveal.
Yes, I don't know how he's look like.
Latif or face reveal, inshallah, will happen.
Inshallah.
Be dope.
Okay, after welcome back.
Hello. Welcome back.
Grayson, will you consider the invitation from the Muslim cowboy?
Oh
Ask-
yes,
ask
yeah.
the-
I'm trying to settle it, like when I could go.
Yeah, it will be the real one. It will be the real one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
When you went trip, when you put the short, you push up in the airport. I thought you are going to Muslim cowboy. I was very happy, but I read the comments and they say that he goes to Costa Rica. I feel sad.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
man,
okay.
but it's okay. Yeah, I know. No rush, man. No rush. Don't press. Don't press. Okay, my fault. Sorry.
It's okay. No problem.
Yeah. We will get there. In one day, in another.
So what do you got? What should we discuss research during these next 10 minutes of stream? Because I got to dip in 10 minutes. I want to make this interesting.
Let's
What
ask-
kind of discussion you want to have?
Maybe a one question go. I'm
Okay.
gonna go back and do a one question go. All right, one question go. Everybody join in. Okay.
Can we ask one question?
Yes. I'm gonna
Okay,
remove,
who start? Who start?
You do. You go. You go.
Okay, thank you.
go.
Okay,
Go.
but okay, Grayson. Man, you shouldn't pick me the first.
Okay, then I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay.
Okay. Stay in the back chat. Okay. Hey, I mean, Quran recitations. What's good, bro? One question. Are you ready?
What's good, Grayson?
What's good, bro?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, you got one question?
It's more of a request than a question, if that's all right.
Send it.
So basically, like I'm learning the Quran right now, and there's this reciter that is like, I think he's really good, and I want you to listen to him. I can send it in chat because my pronunciation isn't that good.
Send it.
His name's Sheikh Sharaim, and
Sheikh
he
Sharaim?
has like and he has a really deep voice when reciting, and it like fits my style, and I think it's just really good. Wait, can I send a link in chat? Because I have my favorite one,
Yeah, bro, do it.
like of him reading. And
This guy.
yeah, but it's like at the end of his like career, if you say he read different at the start. It's so good. Wait, can you look at the thing that I sent in the private chat? Because that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my favorite of him reading.
Oh my gosh, where is this?
He used to be like one of the head imams in Makkah.
This is crazy. What?
Yeah, I know, it's so good. And
Oh
this would be at
my-
like midnight.
At midnight?
Yeah, because there's this prayer called that you would just like read at night, and like everyone would be there.
Bro, I can't even believe my eyes right now.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
this is
crazy.
insane. I can't believe my eyes right now. Okay, I'm shook, bro.
But the one thing that I'm sad about is that he retired in 2022, and I'm going Umrah, so Makkah, in February next year. So I'm not going to be able to like hear him.
Mashallah, brother.
It's just sad.
At least
But
we
yeah,
have video
that's
of it.
all I had to say, really.
Hey, bro.
It's
When
like,
was the
yeah.
first time I spoke with you?
It was the
I think
it was a time where I had to go mosque because, yeah, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Where was I? Was I at the location where I have the punching bag?
I think so. I'm not sure. I'm the guy who said, I have a beard and I'm 14.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bruh. I remember that. W's in the chat. You're 14.
Yeah.
Wallahi.
Yeah, wallahi.
Bro, that's insane.
Wait, give me a second. Oh no.
You're not 14?
Because I want
Take
to
back.
like prove it to you because. it's
Well, I
not
believe
weird.
you. All right, bro. Let me pull someone else up for a one question go. Keep this popping before I head out in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, brother. God bless you, homie. This is a crazy
too,
that
bro.
this video you showed me. See you, brother. W's in the chat, bro. Homie's a G. Abdullah Dawood. My favorite reciter of Quran is Abdul Basit Abdul Samad. He's an old school from the 80s, so he sounds old, the audio, but it's test for me. Not sure if you will like it. Basit Abdul Samad. Let's hear it. That's dope. Oh, I wasn't showing you the screen. That's sick. That's dope. Hey, leader of the hijabi gang, one question go.
Okay. My question is, if I made the merch, would you buy it?
If you made hijabi gang merch?
Yes. I mean, you can't really wear it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Fair enough. You have an excuse.
If there was somehow a male version.
All right, that's more ideas I can work on. Yes.
But maybe you don't need a male version. Maybe you just want
Yeah,
to
I
be hijabi
don't.
gang.
Yes, it is
Sometimes
hijabi.
niche is better.
Burqa Avenger, yes.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious. Hijabi gang.
Yes. Well, that was my question.
That's fire. Thank you, leader of hijabi gang. W's in the chat.
Yes, everybody, have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam. Bye, Sarah.
Bye. Oh. I said
hello.
you can't reveal my identity. But you just did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think the people know.
All right, yeah, bye.
Bye, leader of the hijabi gang.
Bye.
It's like people don't know where I am, except they definitely do. Miriam, hello. One question, go.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know. Okay. I didn't get to think about this. Okay, actually, what's like one piece of advice that you had that like always stuck with you that you would like want to convey to other people?
I asked my uncle one time, I said, if you could go back, very good question, by the way, Miriam. I think this is good for everyone to think about. I asked my uncle one time, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing about like the meaning of life or how to live, what would it be? And he said, balance. And it was such a simple answer, but it's always stuck with me. Like, life is all about, like, you're just like finding this balance of everything. How much sleep do I get? how much like bad food do I eat? How much do I need to work out? Like all this stuff.
That's so true.
And it's
That's
all just
so
like
true.
figuring out like what you can sustain. And I think like being young, like being in your 20s, because everyone when they're like 40, 30, 40, 50, like my parents, like they wake up at the same time every morning, they go to bed at the same time every night. They do like they've like found their schedule. And I think like when we're young, we're trying to figure that out. We're trying to like find the balance point. But I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with trying to figure that out like now. But I guess like that's
I'm
the
still
goal
trying now too.
yeah, I guess like that's the point of being young is like you're trying, young meaning like in your 20s, like you're trying to figure out.
You're trying to find that balance, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
That
that's
makes
what
sense.
stuck with me. I thought that was a really wise answer, and I've always thought about that with like anytime I have like a problem and I'm like, I need to not do this or I need to do it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just find the balance point.
That's true.
yeah.
Like
What about
especially
you?
with like, well, for me, I don't know. Honestly, I think it would be like something my mom told me today, which is
Oh
that
wow.
I was struggling with my work a little bit, like my homework and stuff, and I kind of like had like a little mental breakdown. And she told me, she's like, you're never gonna not be good enough. Like, you're always gonna be good enough for yourself, and that's something you have to realize. That like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it made sense
No,
at the
what does
time.
that mean? What does that mean?
Like, because I was just saying, I feel like I'm not good enough for everyone. And she's just like, you
Uh,
don't have to be good enough for everyone else. You just have to be good enough for yourself. Like, you don't have to prove yourself to others constantly. You just have to, you know, be who you want to be and, like, don't try and prove yourself to other people.
yeah, that's facts. Trying to prove myself to nobody.
Like, you
Except
just
God.
have to prove to yourself that you're good enough for yourself. If that makes any sense.
Facts. I mean, hey, Miriam, great question.
Thank
Good to
you.
speak with you.
You
God
too.
bless you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Random human in the back chat, Muslim in the back chat, Quran forever in the back chat, Miriam in the back chat, another Miriam, Hafsa in the back chat. All right, I'm gonna pull up everybody, and everyone's gonna spam their one question one at a time. Okay? Hafsa, Miriam, Quran forever, Muslima, random human.
Yo, hi.
Yo, hello everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Okay.
Walaikum
Salam.
Salam.
All right, everyone. Can everyone mute themselves? And we'll start with Hafsa at the top. After everybody
Okay.
mutes himself.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Why
Quran
am
forever.
I
You
in the
sound so perfect. Random human, because you're the worst. Hafsa, you got one question. Go.
Sure. Okay. Do you want a lighter one or a heavier one?
Heavy.
That's a question.
Okay.
She's done.
Oh, she's done.
Oop. Okay. So I guess I'm wondering, what is your fear? Like when people, I guess, say like, I love the prophet and stuff. Like what is your fear with like Muslims like overdoing that basically?
What is my that's a good question. Is my fear with like why do I worry about the religion going astray or like myself? Or wait, maybe elaborate.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I guess from what I understand is like you see that people's like I guess because of how much they love Jesus that they turned him into a god and started not following God. And then I don't know. Maybe that's like what you fear we're doing with the Prophet Muhammad. I don't know. I guess I'm wondering if that's like an accurate perception.
What do I fear? I mean, I don't think people. I guess my fear is people not realizing in myself, not realizing like my own like you. Okay, let me think. This is a
Bruh.
good question. I don't think people will take Muhammad as God, but I just feel like it's a waste of energy to like put all of your energy on like how to be with like one person who you can't even physically see, when like life is so much more of a mystery. Wait, this isn't making sense. Okay, wait, ask it again.
Okay.
Bring up.
All right. So
Come on, man.
what? Okay, this is hopefully. what is your fear when you like see Muslims basically saying like Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and kind of talking about a lot like the hadiths a lot and stuff like that? Like, what is your fear with like when you see that? Like, what kind of, I guess, like off puts you, I guess?
I guess that just like feels unnecessary to not to say like peace be upon you, but feels
Attack
like
him, everyone!
like a waste of energy to give like your life to figuring out like how he lived when it's not really ever going to be known. And I don't know, I guess I mean, if you're not going to take him as a god, then there's really no fear. So because that's the ultimate, like, don't take a human as a god.
Yeah.
It's just like people say they don't, but at the same time, you can say one thing, but your actions like show something else. Like when I see people say, and I've only seen people say this in comments, and people would be like, he was the best person to ever live, or he never sinned, or there's things that I see that are exactly like the exact things what people said in Christianity about Jesus, like the exact things, and I'm like, hold up, like I know you're saying you don't worship him, but when you say things like that, I'm like associating that with how I've grown up for 20 years, and I'm like, this is like we took Jesus as God.
Yeah.
Many people take Jesus as like the human form of Jesus as like the literal flesh of God, which I can't comprehend that, but but doing that, and then when I hear people say things like the exact same things about Prophet Muhammad, like my fear is like, oh my gosh, like is this cycle repeating itself again? I guess that's my fear, but my fear goes back to myself, because I don't want to be a part of something that takes a human as God. And maybe it's because like I want to think that like I can do anything that any other human has ever done. I mean, I'm not in direct, like I'm not communicating with God like directly with some audible voice or something, but I don't want to give away my power thinking like, oh, these humans that lived like thousands of years ago were like better than I could ever be. Or like, can we be metaphorically, like, can we be a messenger of God now and like lead people to God now, like in real life? Because these people that we're talking about aren't real today. Like they're not, you can't like touch them or like high five them. They're not there. We just have like words on a piece of paper. So when you really think about it, it's just an idea. Like for example, if you watch videos online of a famous person and you've never met them, they're just an idea. Like they might not even be real. You can't even confirm it. If nobody you know has ever seen them, it's just an idea. And so like, what is the idea of who Muhammad was when you really read into it? Like, oh, he was a person that stood for like justice. According to like what you can read about him, he was a person that said like the world is below your mother's feet. So it's like, why don't we just start like doing that rather than like talking about him so much? Like, why don't we actually just go do it? I guess I don't know. I guess my fear is to be a part of a religion that idolizes a human so much that when someone even says his name in a circle, you don't have to, but I don't know. Like when I was at a masjid, like when I go to a masjid near me, like we were in like a circle, like talking, and I just like from my perspective, it sounds so, it's so creepy when I hear like we were talking like, oh the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then and like the people next to me are like, and they start like mumbling stuff like after he says, I can't understand what they're saying, but they mumble something after he says it.
Oh my god, sorry, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel. Like, how would I not feel that way when I'm like?
But they say,
oh, I can't hear it, and they say it really fast because they're just like saying, but like everybody's saying it to say it. Like, why are we so afraid? Like, bro, we're just talking about him. It just seems like a little bit. Maybe I don't fully believe he was in direct communication with God because maybe then I would understand that. So I don't know. I mean, I go back every day. What am I even saying right now, bro? I don't know, bro. I just want to be free from worshiping humans. That's like really it. I just want to be free. I just want to be free from that because I feel like that notion, like that idea, like restricts you to thinking like what your potential is. Because if you think like there was some other humans that had this ability to do things that you could never do, and you could never get close to that, then like you just like capped yourself like completely, and like now you're just forever gonna be like, I don't know, but it's not even a person that's like alive today. You know what will explain? So while I pull up this poem,
Bros.
what did you? Quran forever. Shut up! You're making me. No, don't shut up. You're being funny.
Yesterday, bro, when I said you're sophisticated, bro, this is another level of it.
This is. You think this is sophisticated?
Yeah, but it's just you're just all over the place a little bit. But no, it's definitely sophisticated. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, facts. It's definitely all over the place.
I think one point that hasn't been made on your channel at all regarding this is that I don't think even you're at the stage of it that in terms of that you actually fear of like worshiping, going from one religion to another that would worship a man. I think that one point that hasn't been made is that I guess since Jesus, after Jesus, Christianity went to, I guess, taking him as God in real quick in terms of like a couple 100 years or so. Islam has been around for like, or Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam has been around for like 1,400 years, and we didn't do that with him.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think another thing is like, I don't know, I guess maybe like, because the thing is like, I do agree with you. I think that like what we've been saying, because we keep trying to, or I just see people always saying like, oh no, we don't worship him, we just really respect him, we revere him, but the way that we act, like we obviously are putting him on a pedestal. And I feel like that hasn't really, like nobody's really said why, maybe, like why we uphold him so much, maybe. I don't know if you've like, researched into kind of like, I guess, his place in Islam. And then another thing is like, I guess our perception of death is not as much like, especially for like, for example, in the Quran, it says that martyrs, like people, who die in a certain way, they're not actually dead, but it's just that we can't perceive like basically what state they're in. And it's not like death, it is a separation from this world, but nobody truly dies. Like your spirit still exists. And there are even hadiths about like the spirits visiting each other. And I know so many people that have had a dream of the Prophet ﷺ. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I actually also had a dream of the Prophet ﷺ.
No way.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So I guess for me, those are kind of like the experiences that I'm like, okay, yes, this person has died, but I don't feel that sense of like disconnect, as in like I know that he still exists. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just that his body is no longer breathing, or his heart is no longer beating. And
Exist as in his teachings are like
and that's that goes the same for all the
left
prophets.
You know what? But as you're talking, I'm realizing what the fear is. Like I read
Yeah.
the Quran, and it says he's nothing but a messenger.
Yeah.
And then I guess what I'm seeing is it's not being the Quran. Like I don't see the Quran being acted out in that sense. Like I see it
Yeah.
being like way over the top on like this area.
Yeah, I feel
So
like,
that's my fear, I guess. It's like,
yeah.
it's not following the book. Like I'm like, this is different than the book. Like
yeah,
so what? And then that goes back to the Quran only argument, or like why it resonates with me, because it's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I read the Quran, and then I go and I actually see the religion in real life, like how it's in present day where I am.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like seems different. Like this seems
Yeah.
like it seems like the volume is cranked up. Like it seems like certain verses are like, but this is exactly what I noticed in Christianity. Is like certain things are cranked up, and exactly in Buddhism. Like
Yeah.
Buddhism, it's like the volume is at like 1,000% on worshiping the Buddha, like bowing to the Buddha,
Yeah,
when like
yeah.
it was never about that.
Yeah.
So like I just see that cycle like kind of repeating.
Yeah, I guess the reason why I personally am not really that afraid about, like falling into that is because I feel like if I love or follow the Prophet, it won't lead me to anything other than God. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
True.
if I do that, like, I mean, that's why
I mean,
it's
every
all-
prophet should do
he's a
that. Like it should
messenger,
never
yeah.
be about the prophet.
Yeah, yeah.
Really.
final
It's
point
just
will be with God, not with
like it's
Prophet.
really just a message.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
SVN is gifting like 12 memberships in the chat, bro. Can we get hashtag Green Nation?
Most welcome.
Bro,
They're
you're going
completely
crazy.
open.
Miriam was in here. She's gonna ask a question. Miriam dipped. Oh, Miriam's back. Miriam,
Miriam.
do you want to ask your question?
Hello. Yeah, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, I'll wait. No problem.
Miriam was next,
Okay.
but then she left. Now she's back.
It's all right. So
Miriam, can you hear
Okay.
us? Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in the middle of a
Okay.
jungle. Please send me water. I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
drinking
really
in days.
good. For a vida, right?
Miriam, do you have a
Okay.
spicy, loaded question that'll make me question the realities of life and what leaves are, and why I can breathe from a tree?
No, simple question.
Do you have a
Okay.
do you have a question better than Hofs's? It's gonna be hard to top it.
No, it was a great question.
It's okay. It's not a competition. It's just a discussion.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
conversation is fun. I was supposed to end this 15 minutes ago,
do
but I'm having
you-
too much fun. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you regret not staying in college?
Do I regret not staying in
Mhm.
college?
Yeah.
Oops. Wait, one moment.
Yeah.
Why is random human covering the whole screen?
Okay.
Okay.
He's taking
What-
over.
Do I regret not staying in college?
Yeah.
No. No, because
Why?
not at all. Yeah, no.
Want to say more?
Why?
But then again, like you could argue, well, yeah, you don't regret it now, but you will one day. So time will tell. But I don't regret it at all right now because I guess like when I compare myself to like people that are still in college, or like my friends where I'm like where I would have been, I just think like I wouldn't have. I mean, I'm just besides like I have certain friends who are in college who are like doing stuff outside of college, like literally like they have their own companies, they have a videography company, or they're on this
Yeah.
mission. Like
Mm.
I'm just speaking in general. If I would have stayed in college, I would be doing exactly what I'm doing, but I would just be held to the fact that I have to be here at this time and I can't. Basically, traveling the world has changed my life, and like meeting people around the world has changed my life and been way more fun than school, and I learned more. So I'm like, what? Like, this is college. Like, what is the real point of college? The real point of college is to spend. Okay, like you've gone through school. I mean, you've already spent all this time in high school, but now you're gonna go to college, and you're gonna spend 4 years of your life like dedicated to like learning. And so
Okay.
like literally, that's what I'm doing right now. It's just like on my own, but I have to pay for it because I went on my own. So I'm like, I'll pay for it. You know, my mom and
You
dad
don't
were paying
think
for my
you'll-
college, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to go
You
away
don't
and
think
like
you'll
I want to do it
ever-
on my own.
Do you think you'll never like need your certificate? You'll never need it to work to do something in your life
No.
because it's important.
I mean,
here, like,
it's just a
you-
piece of paper. Like it doesn't. But then again, like you have certain degrees to do certain things, but like I don't know the whole concept. Like if you ask adults, like in the Western world, like college, like they'll be like, oh yeah, it was the best time of my life. Like they say it was the best time of their life because they like partied the whole time.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you guys don't do that, or if you're in college, like
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I stay
It-
from 8
like
to 4 p.m. in college.
oh wow.
No way.
I just feel like everybody
Yeah.
knows that you don't really learn in general. Now I have some friends in like engineering and they're like doing so much homework and I'm like, wow, like you must be learning a lot. And they're like, yeah, I want to be
So
this
you're dying
engineer
there actually.
and like I
I mean,
need this
you can
degree. I'm
find
like,
those
oh okay, that's not what I'm
subjects
talking
in
about.
internet
I mean,
too.
I feel like everyone I've ever met is like, I don't use my degree. So I'm like, what? Like everyone's like, yeah, I got a degree in this, but like I don't use it.
Wow,
So-
like everyone here uses their degree. It's very important.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why
Mm.
everybody is in a. It just seemed like it was like a cult. Like you join this and you have to get the piece of paper, and if you leave, like, oh, you're screwed. And it's like, wait, okay, pause. Everybody
Brainwashing.
pause. Like everybody pause. What if I leave college? What am I missing out of? Like, what am I learning that I'm missing out of? What am I missing out of? And then like the only answer was like,
think it's
well,
like-
you don't get the degree. And I'm like, bro, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, nobody can tell me what I'm learning here, besides the fact of
Yeah.
getting to the end. Like, is this even real? Like, That's where I was in my life. So no,
I mean,
I
like,
don't
you
regret
can
it.
learn
But
those subjects on internet right now too. So, only reason people are going to college nowadays is to get a degree, which is like pointless. Like, I can learn those on internet too.
yeah, facts. But
Can I ask what
were
were
you?
you studying?
Hello, Muslima. I was studying
Hello.
communications. I was getting a communications degree, which I don't even know what that means. I mean, it was dope. Like, I had certain cool classes that were like changed my life. But just like, it's not that I thought
So
college
you
was like
learned
all
talking.
stupid. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Just, well, I got to college, and then when you get to college, they're like, well, you got to still do your basics. I was like, I thought we just did the basics for like 8 years. They're like, well, you got to get your basics out of the
doing it
way. And like
again.
after freshman year, it's like, yeah, you got a few more basics. I'm like, bro, when is it starting?
It's funny
like,
because my brother is in the same position, and he was studying a Bachelor of Business, International Business. And I think entrepreneurs have that really hard time being in a space where they're told how to think and what to do. It's just like too much for him, so he dropped out as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's,
Okay. Another
bro.
question.
But
Uh,
I think you should be
Yeah,
able to
what?
go back to it if you ever need to.
Yeah, yeah. You also can go back to school. That was something else I realized. Like, I don't know why we think like you can't go back to college. Literally at my university, I had 4 years. Nobody even knows this. Nobody knows this because it's like they trap you with like this. Or I don't even think the college does it. I just think people trap themselves in this fake world of like fear that, oh, if you leave college, like you dropped out. There is no process of dropping out. Like, I was at the University of Texas at Austin, which is like a very prestigious university. That I don't know how the heck I got into it. I mean, I worked really hard, but my parents helped me. We wrote like this crazy letter. I got
Okay,
in.
bragging, we
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a flex.
No.
It's like a really good university, and so I was, it's like you're gonna leave the university, but there is
From
literally
what
no
you
process to dropping out. I thought you went in and like you like signed a paper like I signed my life away that I'm leaving. Literally, I called them. I had a meeting. I was like, so what's the process of dropping out? I'm thinking about dropping out. Like, oh, you just don't sign up for classes next semester. So like when the day comes to enroll for the classes, you just don't do it, and then you won't be signed up for classes for the next semester. And then if you continually do that for like eight semesters, so like 4 years, then you will be like you have to reapply to the university. So I was like, wait, you're telling me for 4 years, if this is correct, that I can just in 3 years from now I can just sign up for classes again? Like, yeah. I was like, okay,
Wow.
run it. Booked my flight to
How long
Thailand
ago did
after I
you
worked for like 4 months, but
leave?
what'd you say? Bro, SVN just gifted 20 member. Bro, the chat is all green.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Mashallah.
SVN is going crazy. A fat in the chat. Green Nation. Bro, Green Nation. But Sarah's never getting one. Bro, SVN is going crazy. Hey, Afet, stay free. So yeah, Miriam with the fire question. Quran forever. You got a fire question? And then Muslima. Quran
Bruh.
forever first.
I
Dude, your
came when
mic sounds
topics.
so perfect.
Thank you. I don't know why. This is a laptop mic, so. I had like a question when topics were light, so mine is not gonna fit right now. So, might as well not just pose it. I was gonna make you rank something, but I ain't gonna make you rank nothing.
So you don't have a question for now.
Well, I guess not right now. I could recite some Quran maybe, but since you are in a hurry, let's make it. Maybe we can do it another time.
Okay, bro. That sounds good.
I'll
Your mic
I'll,
sounds
I'll
so
stay.
good. Yeah, stay in the chat. Stay in the chat. Muslima, you have a good question?
Not really a question. I just want to say it's just an observation. I think your fears about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, are valid. I think it's common and normal, like in the beginning. And bear in mind that when the Quran was revealed, it took 23 years for the whole revelation from start to finish. Okay, so and the first concept that was given to the companions was the reintroduction of monotheism. So it's perfectly normal to only want to focus on that at this stage.
Wow.
Yeah, and so monotheism is at the heart of the religion, but the religion is not called Quran. It's called Islam because the submission is to Allah, right? The monotheism is from the Quran, but the actual way to follow the final messenger is from the Hadith. And it's purposely there so we don't fall into the traps that the previous nations have all fallen into, which is, I mean, ironically, you say the Christians are doing that, and now the Muslims are too. But the Christians are not actually following Jesus. None of them are. They're just idolizing him. Whereas we are all following Muhammad, peace be upon him. But none of us idolize him. And there are some that do. So you are correct. There are some people who celebrate his birthday, and venerate him, and that's dangerous. And we don't want to fall into that. But Subhanallah, the Prophet has already predicted what will happen towards the end of time, and it will get to the stage there's a Sahih hadith that towards the end of time, like far from now, it will get to the stage where nobody will even remember the hadith or the Quran. The only believers who will be left are people who say, we know of a God called Allah, but that's all we know from our forefathers. And the Prophet said, when this stage comes, know that the time of the Day of Judgment is near. So it's not,
Wow.
you know. So what you're saying is actually true. People are falling into these traps, and I think you're going to be someone who reminds people to come back to their religion in the true form. So I'm supporting you, and I see a lot
Hey,
of
thank you.
validity in what you're doing.
It brings a
Yeah.
lot of peace to remind that the Quran was revealed over such a long time.
Yeah, it's a normal process for the human to, take time. So, and I agree with you when you say, why is everyone like with the Aiden Ross and Sneeko being in the masjid and he's learning the Arabic? It's like, of course, he doesn't know what they're saying, so it's a bit funny. They should, be more
I
mindful
was about
of
to say.
people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
I
about to
think
say.
I think that's a good perspective. Like we can, everyone in life has a unique perspective, and I think what I can offer from my perspective is, for anyone who has friends, if you are Muslim, which for anyone who's not Muslim here, Muslim means you submit to the will of God. It means you follow one God. If you believe in one God and you believe He's the only thing worthy of worship, and you have friends around you who like want to learn about it, for me it was a huge like turn off that people wouldn't explain to me like what we're saying, why we're doing this. Like meet them where they're
Exactly.
at, because it'll otherwise like I had to go through that on my own, just being like confused on my own when people, or I don't know, just taking it like too far at the beginning, like you said, how the Quran was revealed like over like so much time, like or just like one step at a time, like go like
Exactly.
way
Yep.
slower than you think, because if you've grown up learning it, you know all about it, and you know all about the traditions, and the traditions seem like, if someone just reads the Quran, they're not gonna know all these traditions. They're not even gonna know how to pray, like, or how it's traditionally prayed. So yeah, just take it slow. At least
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
perspective I can offer, because I went through that. So everyone can
Yeah.
share their perspective on like how to better spread the message, but that's mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good.
Mashallah.
Good
when you were
observation.
watching the stream yesterday, you even got like a little bit of secondhand embarrassment when they were like just telling him to say stuff in Arabic language, but then he didn't understand. You're like, no, like tell him something else, like tell him like talk to him from his perspective, kind of like that's how I felt. I felt
Yeah.
like you instantly went like into actually like dawah mindset. Okay, what would be the, I guess what would be the best approach to go to somebody who's like this famous, he has his like probably his nicks and ticks in terms of like what, he's not trying to say controversial stuff, and not trying to get canceled probably, and so trying to give him like, okay, let's try to give him something from his perspective that he could use and actually like maybe open a gate in his mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you
No,
you
I
didn't
well
have
the
this, I think, because I don't know if that's I mean, you have obviously as I've said again, more sophisticated,
hey.
but I don't think you weren't. I mean, I don't know. Y- y- You didn't have these barriers when you started. Maybe because you were just starting, right? But you still don't have them. Like when you think about stuff, you know, you don't have like something that's kind of in front of you in terms of like making you feel stuck. Okay, can I say this, or can I think this way? Is this going to hurt my whatever, my legacy, or whatever, my career, or my channel, my you don't think like that. That's how I feel like when you actually speak your mind freely. And that's, I guess, you even got me thinking about, okay, what's where does he come from when he says this or that. And even yesterday, you sometimes make your counterpoints on your own. By the way, yesterday somebody said something about the sunnah or hadith, and then you were like, okay, but then how are we going to pray? And okay, then if we don't have the routine, what are we actually going to do, practically speaking? Not just not just having these general Quran ideas, etc. So
Yeah.
I follow your
Yeah, that was a great question.
I follow your how do you say, physical face language, carefully. So that's how I analyze
that's
your.
an interesting analyzation. Yeah, I analyze things so much, sometimes to the point of like, what is the point of this? Because like, I'll like, this point makes sense, this point, oh, the counterpoints to this, counterpoints to this, like, okay, well now what?
Yeah, that's true, but
I don't know. I've had experiences in my life that have made me think that like maybe everything
is correct. Yeah.
In a sense, like everything, it's from mushrooms, from taking mushrooms. I don't know if you guys have read about psychedelics, but
I've had mushrooms in my life. I ate some mushrooms, but I don't.
Okay,
I don't
you
think.
Understand what I'm
saying?
saying?
No, I don't, because I ate mushrooms, like real mushrooms, not have like these.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It just makes me think like maybe everything is like, maybe it's all true. Doing this is right, and doing this is right, or like God, almost like when people say God knows best.
Yeah.
Like almost like that, like God knows best. If I see like a Buddhist like meditating, and I don't know, bowing at the Buddhist statue, I'm like, I know what I think I know what he thinks he's doing, and it's pure. So it's almost like, is he right? If he thinks he's right, I don't know.
Well,
like,
that's
who's to
different.
blame?
Yeah, but then that's what I guess. What Islam, where the beauty of Islam lays, then, because thank God we are not the judges. You don't know what's in his heart actually, or in his mind, and that's where in the famous dialogue between you've went over this couple times, the famous dialogue between God and Jesus on the day of judgment. There's a very important point at the end where when Jesus said or says, if you want to punish them, you can, or if you I mean, not you can, they are your like slaves, and if you don't, you are. And then there's the verse later, God says, this is the day where the truthfulness of the truthful ones will be of the benefit for them. And he didn't say like Islam to the Muslims, or he didn't say he chose the word truthfulness. Why is that important? Because I guess Islamically we believe that everybody who is sincere on this earth will find Islam. But let's say for the couple percent that might be actually sincere, but they don't find Islam, we don't Islamically we don't believe these people will get punished. So in that sense, when you talk about this Buddhist guy, or anybody actually in the world who does any kind of practice or any kind of religion, God will judge their sincerity, and if they actually thought about what they were doing is correct, is right. Nobody's going to get punished because they didn't know, or because they didn't know. You'll get punished because you rejected what was clear to you, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, God knows best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can bring you a lot of peace. Hey, wait, I want to hear you guys hear you guys' thoughts on this poem. Okay, if everyone could mute themselves.
Do not turn to look at every beggar that beckons. You belong to me. Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless.
Okay, if you're not locked in right now, lock into this poem. This is fascinating. Everyone, stop chatting in the chat and like pay attention. This is fascinating.
Tell to those who don't pay attention.
Lock in!
Part.
Are we ready? I'm starting it over because I know y'all ain't listening. I'm I'm muting myself.
Do not turn to look at every beggar that beckons. You belong to me. Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless. Part the waters with your staff. You are today's Moses. Tear through the cloak of fog. You are the light, the same light as Muhammad. Shatter the mirrors of the beautiful. You are the dazzling Joseph. Blow the breath of life like Christ. You too are of that air. Break away from the unscrupulous. Do not fall for the deceit of ghouls. You are of noble origin. You are from the highest high. By spirit, you are deathless, imperishable, magnificent from within. You belong to the glorious. You are of divine radiance. What have you seen of your own beauty? You are still veiled. One dawn like the sun, you will rise up from within yourself. It is a shame to be shrouded this way, like the moon under a cloud. Tear through the cloud of body. You are the magnificent moon. You are like a hawk whose feet are bound, tethered to the body. It is with your own claws that you must untie the knots. How joyous is gold when it enters the fire. For it is within the flames where it can show its essence and radiate its virtues. Do not run away from the fire's flames. What will happen if you step into them for trial's sake? It will not burn you, I swear. Your face will glow like gold. For you are Abraham's kin. Ancient knowingness is yours. No mine has a jewel like you. This world has no life like you. For this is the world of decay, and you are life-giving life.
That's next level.
All right, everyone, put your thoughts into an idea. I'm gonna do some push-ups and then let's talk about it. Put your thoughts into a streamlined idea.
So you're not in that much of a hurry, huh?
I was.
You like hanging out?
Yeah.
Nah. You like? Yeah. I know.
My guy. Hey, dap me up.
Don't
Ready? Go to the
blame
camera. Hey. We should all do it at the same time at the end. Okay. All right. Everybody, streamline your thoughts. I can't hear you guys.
So, what
Did he
was
actually write that though? Do you know?
maybe. I think it talks about how we should reflect prophets, all prophets,
Don't be fat.
peace be with them, their actions. We should reflect on ourselves and like, show it to the world.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I agree with you. I think there is like a lot of positive, to look up to the prophets, the messengers of Allah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it concerns me a little bit, like poetry like that. Because he said you are divine radiance or something. So none
Maybe
of us are
it wants
divine.
to
Only
say
of
that.
hmm?
I know. Maybe it wanted to say that like how soul's like kind of divine, right? Maybe it wanted to reflect that. I mean, I'm sure like he didn't 100% mean because like in poetry there is like hidden secrets behind words.
Maybe. I just
But I think
get
it,
worried about anything that confuses divinity with a human
yeah,
being, Yeah.
but I think it encourages us to follow prophets more, like in the name of God, of course, and like
Hello,
and that
everybody.
will bring
Yeah,
us
and
closer
Grayson
to
is
God
he's back. Okay, don't talk about him no more.
and make
Hey!
our faith go like fire.
So,
Lazy,
what? Okay, let's go
you
one by
lazy.
one quickly, and then I gotta wrap up the stream. One by one. Hafsa, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? Specifically on the part of you are today's Moses. You have the same light as Muhammad. You have the breath that Christ. You have the same air that Christ breathed, like into people, and like miracles.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? What are your thoughts?
I have a teacher who he like kind of specializes in Rumi, like that's his thing.
Whoa.
And he told me one day, like, if people, like, Allah chooses to veil people from the light that's within them, because, like, if you were able to see that, you would become so arrogant. And I guess that's kind of what hearing all of those reminds me of. And in Islam, there's like this concept of a wali, so somebody who is like a friend of God. And so while I don't think people, like Allah only chooses who the prophets are, I do believe that people can, perfect themselves and, get close to God and, like, I guess, attain, like, real closeness to God. And so, Allahu A'lam, like Allah knows if that was what Rumi was kind of getting at. But yeah, I do think that all of us have so much potential, especially spiritual potential, that we are oftentimes unaware of. Yeah, like sometimes you'll go someplace and like, I don't know, like the most simple person you see, you'll be like, that person just seems like they have a connection with God. Like the people that like the like Masjid al-Haram, like where the Kaaba is, like who knows what their status is. And I think that's one of the secrets Allah hides from us is like, maybe the imam that's praying and leading the prayer is not as close to God as like the person who just joined the prayer late. It is in the back and nobody really pays attention to.
Yeah, or like we've all had our lives changed by people, and like they
Yeah.
might be like, I changed your life, or like when I
Yeah.
said that changed your life.
Yeah.
I just like wonder like if it was like that with like the prophets, because like now everybody idolizes them, but like during their life, were people just like we're like, oh, that's just like that's that person, that's Moses. Like, because I remember like reading in the Bible, I mean in the Bible, like King David, he was like made fun of in his own kingdom for like fasting and praying. There, like, who else is there? I mean, Jesus was mocked, and according to the Bible, like he was killed for saying he was hated by everyone, besides like the people around him. I think I heard, I've never read this firsthand, but I heard someone say a hadith of, like Muhammad, when he was walking down the street one day, like there wasn't trash being thrown on him, and he said like, oh, today there's no trash being thrown on me. I
Yeah.
have no idea if that's true or if that's actually hadith.
That's a weak hadith.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, but
been
but even in like
proven.
the biography of Muhammad, like he was, I read that they were like, the Quraysh people were like laughing at him as he's praying and like
Yeah.
throwing stuff on him. Like nowadays, I feel like if you did that, if Muhammad was alive, people would like start killing the person because they're like, this man is perfect. I just wonder like if these prophets get, which there's no, I just like that poem
People
is how
only
it's like why do we think we can't be like Moses who let his people go out of slavery? Like why can't we be that?
Okay, I
It
got
seems
you. I
like
got you.
people don't believe that they have that like potential, but like why not? Why would
Yeah.
God just like give you stories of people in the past that had more
Finally,
power than what you
exactly.
could ever do?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like isn't the whole point of those stories to inspire you to like be
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
yes,
so
It's
is that
it's
what you
like,
think Quran
actually,
forever?
yeah, it's not. Look, it's not. These stories aren't there for you just to be like, oh wow, Moses was cool, and then just chill in
yeah.
life. No, it's so these stories are actually and when you get deeper into Quran, like like in terms of like you'll find like details in some of the verses you'll get so amazed by when if you get like actually into Quran studies, you'll get like short verses or bit longer verses. You'll find each word perfectly placed in its place, describing a
Well,
certain detail that you could learn from and then actually do something in life. And to be honest, I didn't like I agree with your idea here that they were like, oh, you can never be like Moses, or you could never be like
Yes.
Muhammad, or you could yeah, this is I guess I, I how should I put this? Maybe theologically you can say that, like, okay, you can never be like Muhammad. He was a prophet, he talked to God, whatever. But you should strive to be the perfect person. Like you should go, yes, I want to be like him. I want to be like him, or like whatever prophet. I want to be the best version of whatever I can be. And how should I? Okay, this is my target. I'm going to this target. And don't let nobody say, oh, you can be like him. Or I agree with you. You're just putting like a barrier onto yourself for no good reason.
yeah. Yeah,
You're
I
just
agree.
limiting
I
the
mean,
potential you have.
you make me think. Like, what is the
Yeah,
real point of the story? What is the actual
exactly.
point?
And
I think
Rumi put it like, sorry, just to kind of just conclude. I won't take much longer. Rumi kind of, when he said, be like Moses when he whatever split the sea, or this is the exact point of it. When you read the story of Musa alayhi salam, or of Muhammad or Isa all of these prophets, when you read the story of how they what they did, how they acted, the way they talked, etc., that's for you to learn how to do it. It isn't there for you just to be, as I've said, like, wow, he was so good, he was so amazing, look at me, I'm a I ain't gonna say stuff, but like, I'm no good. It's actually the opposite of what the teachings of God are, when you think like in that manner, whether you are a man or a woman, actually. Yeah, I mean,
sure.
you got the whole chapter on Mary. Should you just be like, oh, she was so pure and perfect, I will never be like her, and then just, yeah, let me be like mediocre? No. And my battery is gonna die soon,
Yeah, I
so
mean, wait, yeah. I'm listening to everybody's take. Random human, what do you think? Or Muslima?
and sending mushrooms in the chat, bro. You ain't hear nothing I said.
No, I was. No, bro.
No,
I mean,
it's good.
you made me think like, what is the actual point of the story? Like, the point of the story is not to idolize him, because that's actually the opposite of what the religion says. Like, the point of the story is to. Is to
It
like,
isn't even a topic.
is to do-
Wow.
I mean, it really has to do with you. Like, the story.
Exactly.
The point of the book is not to be like, you need to read this book to find out who were these great people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then
Pinocchio's story is much more interesting than
every day that like this person
be
was
like
good, because like, bro, they aren't here. Like, there is, Muhammad is not here. Moses is not here.
Yeah.
Jesus is not here.
Yeah.
Like, but we are. Like, we are. Like, I mean, maybe like spiritually, but like what is still here is like the ideas that they taught, and the only way that those
Yes.
ideas keep going is like through us. Like,
Yeah.
the torch
Thank
is
you.
passed on
Gosh,
to
yes.
us. Like, we.
There's
Preach.
I was telling my
Preach.
friend, like, I was like, bro, you. I almost felt scared to say this to him, because I didn't know if he was gonna like
Yeah.
be like, bro, don't say that. He didn't, but I was like, bro, like, you are the best example. Like, what I've read about Muhammad, like the actual, not like the lies. The ideas that I've read about that Muhammad taught, like, I'm seeing them, not from Muhammad, because he's not here. I'm seeing them from you. Like, you're the best example I've ever met who's doing this. and I was like, why am I even afraid to say that? Even though he didn't like react bad to that, but I was like afraid to say that because I don't want people to be like, no, like I'll never be as great as him, even though he didn't say that. So he reacted how I hoped, and he was just like, dang, bro. But yeah.
Did he say thank you at least?
Yeah, no, he didn't act like it was bad because I was gonna be sad for him if he was like, no, bro, don't say that, because I'm like, no, bro, like you are showing me, like I can't see it. I can't see, like, you know, it's words on a piece. Like at the end of the day, it's just words on a piece of paper, and people talking, like people talking about a story.
Yeah.
Like it literally is just, it's like humans sitting around a campfire. Like, you know, there was this one person long time ago, and his people were in slavery, and he split the sea to, it's like they escaped and they were being chased, and he split the sea to get them away, and everybody's like, what? Like, yeah, and like, what is metaphorical there? Did God like literally open the sea for him? Or is he like metaphorical? I have no idea, but I guess I don't know, you're making me think, Quran forever, like what is the actual point of the story?
Well, the point isn't
it's about
in the
you.
Yeah, but the point isn't necessarily, again, sorry for I'm taking the word again, maybe somebody else wants to, but like it isn't necessarily about the splitting of the sea is the thing that only God can do. Okay, and you know that's the part where you are amazed. But then you think, okay, what did Moses think? What did his brother Harun think? What did people think? What did they believe? Were they afraid when you how did they express their beliefs? Where they did make mistakes? And then when you are in your life, when certain situations happen, you know, we always say, you know, as I guess as student of Islamic studies, etc., the Islam is not in mosques. Islam is after you leave the mosque. In mosque you pray, but Islam, the way you live, the way you act, you know, how do you behave with people when crisis happen, when you know problems happen, etc., etc. You know, how do you act? Are you a Muslim then? You know, in mosque you just pray. You can't pray. You know, you greet people, salam alaikum, all of that. But then when you step outside of the mosque, are you a Muslim then? Then you show your Islam. You know, with all these, that's why you have these stories again. Each of these stories you can learn a certain thing. You know, from David, as you said in the Quran, his famous story about early judgment, for example. You know, judging before he listened to the second side, etc. I mean, and that's exactly where the Quran is so profound when it goes into these small actual details, and that's actually again my field of study. Why is this word placed here? What does it tell us exactly? You know, why is this, for example, tells the story of Adam and and the devil. You probably read it because you read the Quran. You know, it tells it multiple times, but in every time it speaks about certain details that aren't in another, in the first surah, for example, etc. What can we actually learn from this to gain to improve our actual, I guess, not lives, but our behavior, our Islamhood? I don't know how to put it, which word to use, as English is my third language. So, but I guess you get my
it's
point.
like basically
Third language.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somebody was about to say
random
something.
human,
Go ahead.
Muslima, what's y'all's take?
well, my thought is that the part itself says that you should try to be like the prophets from past time, and like right now it's your turn to show people how to act, like how to be good person. And like I heard you say that prophets at that time were like hated, and I think like the real reason behind it is because people of that time and these time don't accept truth because they want to accept what benefits them in this world, which is like worldly things. So for
Yeah, I
example,
mean they were saying
drinking,
things that were against what
yeah,
was normal, which
yes,
so is what we're talking about right now.
against their desires. Yeah, like for example, drinking or like smoking. If you like say to the person like, "Oh, quit this is bad," they will like get angry at you and say that, "Oh, stop it! I only live once. Let me live
Yeah,
once." Which is like
I
they
mean it's like they were
throw
teaching a
themselves in
message
a
that
loophole.
empowers you. Anyone who teaches a message that empowers the mass, they get
Yeah,
hated. Like the exact opposite reaction happens from the upper
True.
class. Like in the Bible, like the story of Jesus, like the Jesus was going around and just roasting the head priest at the time. They were called like
Mm.
Pharisees. Like they were they
Yes.
were, according to the Bible, like they were very pompous and very like outwardly showing. Like it's kind of what you're saying. It's reminding me of that. They were like in front
Yeah.
of the churches, and when they would have like big festivals and dinners, they always wanted to sit at like the best seats so everybody could see them, and they wanted to pray out loud so everyone would hear them pray. And they were very
Exactly.
like outwardly showing, and then Jesus was walking around, probably looked poor, like a regular dude, and was like being like, y'all are, he basically was saying, from my understanding of the Bible, I studied it for like a year, the New Testament, he was just like, bro,
Mhm.
y'all are like fake. And like they're like,
Yeah.
hold up, who's this guy to like, and he's like telling people like, look,
Yeah.
they're
It like
they're mocking
hurt
God,
their.
like they're not even being true,
Yes.
like authentic. And then what ends up happening, according to the Bible, he gets hated on, and they're trying to stone him, and he's running away, or he's
Yeah.
escaping death, like Muhammad had to run away. They want them killed.
Yes, because
But like, is that like
their
this message
pride.
today? Is that like what we're saying? Like you can be one with God. Like you can have the same breath that Christ had. You can deliver the same message that Muhammad was delivering. You can be
Yes, all
Moses and deliver
prophets,
your
not only
people from
Muhammad, peace and blessings be
metaphoric
upon him.
slavery or real slavery. Because like you can reflect back on this today. Like anyone who's in the mainstream who promotes that you can do anything essentially.
Yeah.
Like you don't need them. You don't need this. You don't need this paper. You don't need to follow this. You don't have to follow the mainstream. You can like go apart. It's like they end up
I
getting
mean, I just realized.
silenced.
I just realized. History repeats itself. Like
Yes.
at those times, also people hated the righteous ones, and these days also people hate the righteous ones because, for example, whenever I try to make my friends come to truth or something like that, they push me away and like they are like less violent, of course, than those times. But yeah, like history is repeating itself again and again.
Hey, history repeats itself. Type down the chat. Hey, Muslim, are you there? What's your take on this?
I think that it's really helpful, like to aspire to be like the prophets, and of course their stories serve a purpose. But I don't want it to go the other way, where people downgrade them as if they're equivalent to us everyday people. You know, they
But like, weren't they
suffered.
everyday people? That's
I mean,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, didn't they like have to wake up and use the restroom, like me and you?
they were
Have
everyday people in that sense. So the Prophet ﷺ is not perfect. There is a hadith about him saying that he's like, these farmers were saying, teach us how to farm. And he said, I'm not a farmer. Like, do it your way, the way you guys have been doing it. Don't look to me for. So he's not perfect in
Right.
every human
Allah.
sense, but spiritually, he has reached the highest level of any human being spiritually.
like, how do you
And there
know
will be
that?
no messengers. We know because of everything. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. He's the greatest of creation. He's the seal of the prophets. There will be no prophets. There will be no messengers after him. And um, we know that the Dajjal, who will come towards the end of time, will try to persuade people that he is the false Messiah. This is a repeated trend, by the way. There are always people who will try to get people to follow them, and it's just their ego, really.
Yes, exactly. Because their pride
So
is hurt. They don't accept the truth, but they don't know that by accepting the truth, all their worries will be like set aside. They try to distract
exactly,
themselves by worldly desires, but it won't help. It will like constantly make them feel
exactly.
depressed.
Yep. So in Islam, someone could say, I believe in God, but then they could say, but follow my way of believing in God. You must know to steer clear from those people. It's like the time of the Prophet. Do you think that the non-believers didn't believe in God? They all believed in Allah. Even the polytheists, Prophet would tell them, why are you worshipping these other gods and with Allah? And they would say, no, 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 we know Allah is the main God. We turn to Allah for this, that, and the other. But then they couldn't let go of those other idols. And this was all from shaitan. Very
Yeah,
small things that we think
they
now are
lack
small because
discipline.
Yeah, and now look at the crimes we're all doing now. Homosexuality, it's everywhere. So many crimes are everywhere, and when we look back at the crimes they used to do that Allah punished them for, we think, oh, that's not that bad. But that's the problem. When you think small things, when you think things are smaller than what they are, then more problems come in society. That's why we never open the door.
True.
Yeah, we never open the door for shaitan. That's why we say follow the Quran and follow the hadiths that do not contradict the Quran. There's an ayah in the Quran that says, hold fast to the rope of Allah, meaning the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So, yeah.
Like lack of discipline creates worldly desires, and like those like addictive people, like people who get addicted to smoking, drinking, and that creates depression. So way to life
Yeah,
is
these bad people,
to be
like,
more. Yeah, way to life is to be more disciplined, and by disciplining yourself, you will literally
the
find
worst
truth
people ever.
in the way. True.
What I have a question for you guys. So if someone were to say like you, okay, exactly what the Rumi. Let me just pull it up.
Sorry, I think we kind of went off track.
Yeah, we did.
It's been like 1
That's
hour.
good. It's,
Yeah. Can I add? Oh.
Do not
put on the screen.
short,
one sec.
for you are priceless.
Do not sell yourself short, for you are priceless.
Part the waters with your staff. You are today's Moses.
True.
Tear through the cloak of fog. You are the light, the same light as Muhammad. Shatter the mirrors of the beautiful. You are the dazzling Joseph. Blow the breath of life like Christ. You too are of that air.
Okay. Tell me
He's
a reason,
describing-
even if you don't. Okay, let's say forget the fact that if you think this is true or not. Like if you think nobody could be like Muhammad, or if you think nobody could be like Moses, why, if you agree, why do you think that this idea, that someone saying this idea and discussing this idea and telling people this is dangerous? Does anyone here think it's dangerous to say this stuff? That like
I don't like the wording of dangerous, generally speaking. What does dangerous mean?
It is
But
not
okay,
dangerous.
never mind.
It would be triggering to people who do not know about it, but it's not dangerous. It's literally guiding you to be better.
So then it's true.
It is true, but it is triggering to people who do not want to give up on their daily desires.
Yeah.
Does anyone think that sharing, like saying that, like if they were in a mosque and they said, like, stop selling yourself short, you are the light, the same light as Muhammad, do you think people would be like, or how do you think people would react?
You are not just talking about a little bit like how I don't know if that goes under like the intellectual part of like people understanding the metaphors, right? Because this is obviously there's a metaphor here. So that's you usually try to stay in like the general mindset of people, so you wouldn't be like, so you don't get these type of reactions like people but you
But
didn't
like,
actually
what if
mean
that's
it.
the point, to make people like, wait, like you can't say that.
Yep.
Like I just did.
Some
What do
people
you
do
think?
that.
How does that idea make you feel? Like, does this idea make you does it give you more confidence to go out to the world and to be better, or does it give you?
Yeah.
Like for me, it does. Like if someone says like you have
True.
the same breath of life like Christ, it's like, wait, I mean, he had two hands, and like he was able to speak, and like, wait a minute, why can't?
Again, because you are sophisticated mind. I mean, that's true. Like your mind
But
doesn't
isn't the
work
message
like.
a sophisticated message? Like it's
Yes,
it can
obviously.
be simplified, but it could also like it can still resonate with like an 80-year-old man who studied his whole life. Like, oh wow, and like
Of
a
course.
child.
If
Like,
it
so
wasn't
deep.
sophisticated, then it wouldn't last for 1,500 years.
Facts.
obviously.
And for forever, one God worthy of worship has been the idea since the beginning. All right, guys, I gotta wrap up the stream. This is such an interesting conversation.
I got
Wanna
one more
share some
thing for
final
you.
thoughts?
Don't be fat, Grayson.
Hey, Debbie's in the chat.
No, fat
You know,
Grayson.
like the our mindset of our, or like us being able to like think what
I typed "don't be fat" in the chat, but I actually typed a G and I said "don't be fag," and then it rejected my comment. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to you now, Count Forever. I'm really sorry for ignoring you, but I just think that "don't be fat" is an important message to share. But now I'm gonna turn off the chat and listen to you.
do you want to type it once? Do you want to type it once more?
Yes, once
Be
more.
Because it's so
disciplined.
important.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, but
I was about to just add, like, if like like God gave us the ability to be sophisticated, to understand metaphors, to understand like these things.
Yes.
And I mean, why did He give us this gift, unlike any other creation, if we aren't supposed to use it in any
Intellect.
way?
Our intellect should
Yeah,
be used
obviously.
and
So
determine metaphors and real words.
hey, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yep.
Hey,
I
let's
wanted
go on
to
to the world.
add one more thing.
Go.
I guess in my mind, I'm like, all of us are going to follow somebody, right? Like, there's somebody that teaches us how to eat. There's somebody that teaches us
Exactly.
how to dress. There's somebody that teaches us, you know, what's right and wrong in our lives. And I think I'd much rather follow somebody that I know God sent than anybody else. And so I guess that's, in my mind, kind of what the prophets stand for. And the reason why I trust them also is kind of like I know that God has a special place for them. Because, like, one of the things in Islam is like, okay, well, what even defines a prophet? And one of the like main understandings is that they're divinely protected from like doing major sins and things like that. And so that gives me confidence of like, okay, you know, if I follow this person, inshallah, I'm gonna be good.
True.
Like follow the ideas that they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of me
Last
wonders
question of the day.
what if like all of these prophets were, over time it got perpetuated that they were like in direct communication with God, and like this is just a thought experiment, but like over time they get like stories like evolve and become like you know when you catch a fish, like immediately when you go back to shore you're like, how big was the fish? It's like it's a little bit bigger than what it was, and that's like 5 minutes after it happened. Like imagine like 500 years and then like multiply that by like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like thousands of years. If then people are like, yeah, they were talking with God when they were really just a person who evolved themselves like so spiritually, like they went off on their own and like went to caves, for example, and like meditated for hours, or they literally went off alone, and I don't know what they did, but they fasted. Like Jesus in the Bible fasted for like 40 days and 40 nights, and said at the end of it he was hungry. Like he was just like a dude who went fasting. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe God was literally like, hello. I don't know, but sometimes I wonder, like, what if
he probably definitely didn't speak English, by the way. Sorry, he wouldn't say hello. I mean, astaghfirullah, but when you said hello, I was like, I guess no prophet did speak English.
Language
It's
is
all right.
just
It's
like
all right.
communicating.
No, of course, I'm joking. No, this is a.
No, but like, what if, like, I don't know, like, I feel so arrogant to say this, but I'm just like, it's just a thought that, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel so arrogant to like question this, but then again, it also reminds me, like, why are you afraid to question this? Like, you should be not afraid to question. The only thing you should not be afraid to question is God. Or like, that's the one thing you should fear, like God, like questioning, did we really get created? Like, that's where you like, bro, like, yes, you are here 100%. But like the prophets, if they, I don't know, do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, what if they were just a guy? Like, what if we decided right now to go become a different version of ourselves and get away from society and probably become weird and estranged to the real world and go into a cave, for example, for hours, or go off and fast for 40 days in a mountain and go and sit in the wilderness, I don't know, and go over there and just like do a bunch of like work, like purely try to like escape the mind matrix that we're all in of like the our self beliefs that like restrain us down. and then you
Actually,
become this evolved person, and you realize things that are true, and then you like share the message, and it gets like written down, and then over a bunch of time, people start to like worship you
yeah.
as like the. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if that's what
Hmm.
happened?
Do you
Either
But
way,
like
either way,
you
it
had these
doesn't matter
like
though. What's funny is like what I'm saying.
no?
It doesn't really change anything, because
Do you know this matrix thing? Like we ourselves caged up ourselves in this matrix.
yeah.
Like it's our fault. It's our desires that made us trapped in
I mean,
matrix. There is no matrix. We created
you
it
already had these
ourselves.
people, bro.
we are
You
the
already had these
Matrix.
people that you are talking about. They just
We
didn't receive the
created the
message from God,
matrix.
by the way. I guess that's the only difference. You know the story of people of the cave? They weren't prophets. They are mentioned in the Quran for, I guess, so they'll stay, people will be mentioning them forever. You could be one of them. If that's what makes you, I guess, if that eases your heart. The prophet is just, okay, so he received the message
Well, it just
from,
inspires me to like be better. Like it makes me think like, well, what is
Exactly.
possible in my life? Like, could I
yeah,
like affect millions of people? Like, could all 5 of us do that? Like, could we
obviously.
be someone that like
Of
after
course,
we die,
God
we're
willing.
still people are writing down like things that we said, or and
Yes.
we're saying we're just echoing what we've already read. Like we're just standing on the shoulders of giants, like repeating ourselves.
Yes.
Everybody like every messenger of God is just repeating themselves. Like, be strong. You can
Yeah,
do
but
it.
it
Like,
isn't.
you are
It
the world. The world. Everything is trying to kill you, but you can live. Like, have the
Yeah.
mindset that like you can do. Like, I'm just condensing it down to like a motivational speech, but that's
Yes,
like what it
because
is.
when you
Like,
have
do you know what
God
I
on
mean?
your side, you're
No, but they
unstoppable.
experienced it, right? You should add that, because
True.
if you're just saying somebody else's words, if I just be like whatever, I speak about shrooms, I never experienced them. You wouldn't like, you didn't experience, but that's just the little sequence that should be added there. Each of, even you have this, we said, prophets, and then you have these people who aren't prophets who were mentioned in the Quran and are like, as I've said, that's okay. You could go, I'll be like him. Okay, nobody said I can't be like him.
Well, it's not.
Like
It's not about. It's just like about like why can't we all think that way?
we should actually. At least Islam teaches it.
Or
so.
I don't see the harm
Mhm.
in thinking like as long as you don't put anything before God, like why don't you believe that you could do anything that God will you to do?
Yeah.
Like
I
fly.
think
But what's interesting is like no matter what, if I believe this and someone doesn't believe, it still doesn't change the fact that like the same message, like what to do when you actually wake up out of bed, is the same thing. Like we're still trying to follow the same thing, no matter what we even believe. Like if it's like the truth is true no matter what. Like even if someone doesn't believe in that
It won't change anything.
that God is real, or that Moses existed, or that Jesus existed, it really doesn't even, for what they're gonna do like today. Like today is Sunday. What are we gonna do on Sunday? It doesn't really change because atheist, Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, like everybody is really trying to do the same thing. They're trying to find peace, and there's really only one path to peace, which is like living a pure life, not being fat, not being like, it's the same actions. Like I don't know,
Not
even
being
when I realized this
addicted.
discussion, like it's the same thing. Like what I'm trying to do is the same thing that you're trying to do, even if we're like, well, we disagree, but we really agree because we're all trying to follow the ideas that we're taught.
We don't actually disagree too, by the way. I think we fully agree on
Yeah,
this point.
I think everybody agrees actually on everything. They just don't realize it.
You're
So
you're
right,
a
Ron first.
good human.
Hey, you too, brother. I hope
Yeah.
to meet you one
Well,
day.
I don't think so, but
Okay. Well, you don't think you're a good human? Well, then how are you gonna
I'm
breathe the
trying my
air?
best.
How are you gonna breathe the air of Christ into people?
I don't like calling him Christ. I like calling him Isa. When you say Isa, I'll get more excited.
Isa.
Part the
But like even that, like bro, it's just an idea. Like it's not.
Well, yes and no. I just like it because like
Yes.
I don't like. That's the belief, I guess. I can call him Christ generally, but I don't like calling him Christ because Christ is with the
Yes,
cross
it will
associated.
make
But
me
like
feel like
it's beside the point. If I breathe, can I breathe the? What did you say? What was the actual question?
I don't know.
How
bro.
will you breathe?
I feel like I
the
can't convey my
air,
thoughts
soul, and the
correctly.
body.
So much of how I think has been influenced by certain experiences I've had. I mean, isn't that true for everybody? Like, we've all had experiences that have shaped us, but I hope one day I can actually convey my thoughts. But I think actions convey your thoughts more than anything, so screw the talking.
Yeah, actually.
Ah!
My headphones.
Alright, guys.
If
I
I
gotta end the
scream,
stream.
my mom's gonna kill me.
Peace out.
Alright, guys. It's been a W in the chat.
GG's.
Shout
Yeah.
out SVN
Go catch
for
someone, please.
gifting 20, 30.
Dang.
Bro, this is almost 40 memberships, bro. SVN, you're
Dang.
cracked. Alright, guys. It's been a good one. Final thoughts are no matter
Jason,
what we
don't
talk
look
about on
like
the stream,
you
no matter who we have on the stream, it's the same message.
Yeah.
W's in the
Split
chat.
the sea with your staff.
Split the sea with your staff, son. Let's go. This is
It
our
isn't
world,
new.
bro. We can come together and change the world. I feel like we could do a huge. There's just so much capabilities with this
Team
YouTube
Truth.
channel community for us to like.
It's not
literally-
new.
It's not, bro. Imagine if we could get like,
Grayson.
dude, the amount of hands that we could get together in like a physical place and like move things, like literally like picking up trash, for example. We could clean a whole river. We could like we could build houses.
Yeah,
we could
we just
build
need.
ourselves a
Homeless
mansion
people.
and just sit in there and eat grapes all day. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
I don't know.
Maybe we can eat some
What,
mushrooms.
Will, okay, me and my friend had this idea once, and we were on a we ate this thing from the ground, and so we were thinking thoughts that were quite interesting, and we were like, bro, what if we just, I think everyone's had this thought, at least every guy, like what if we just made our own, like what if we just bought land in a country and just lived? Like we
Oh,
just
yeah, that's a
farmed
good
and we
idea,
just like
actually.
we just did Minecraft. Like what are we doing? Like what are we doing, bro? Why don't we just go? Like why don't we live like life?
I have had
Imagine this community did this. Like everybody like, all right, pull up. We got the GPS coordinates, and we make our own
Let's do it.
tribe.
Let's do it.
I've had that.
Sharia law.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about people who don't believe in the religion who want to come there? How would they do
Sharia
that?
law.
Oh, they would like kind of.
They would love it, probably.
Kind of
Yeah.
want to accept.
Bro, what if we did that?
Are you? By the way,
Like what if we
Only-
did that? Like what if we're like we're gonna go to a community
non-trust people.
and what do you need in life to live? You need air. Okay, we have fresh air, okay? You need water. Okay, we have our own water from this water source. It's gonna be like completely clean. We're gonna store it. Okay. Now we need food. Okay, we're gonna grow our own food. We have multiple people who are we have like a
Team up
little
people
committee.
to
They're
do
the farmers. They do that. What else do we need? Okay, we need shelter. Okay, so we got people who are
Cool.
good at building houses. Like what if we just made our own country?
Why not?
Who's down?
we'll do it in paradise. Let's just work as hard as we can to get there.
Wait, why can't we do it on Earth?
Yeah,
can
maybe
do
we
that.
can. Yeah,
I
I
mean, we
agree.
could, but
I like your dreams are beautiful. By the way,
Because, dude, I feel like life could be so much better.
for sure.
Like, straight up. Like, with the life that we live, I feel like the potential is just, like, so much better.
yeah.
I don't know, like, wait,
If you
what
do
would
it-
we do all day? Gosh, I keep wanting to end the stream, or I keep needing to end the stream, but this is just too fun. What would we do all day? Would life just, like, okay, you know how history repeats itself? So if we made our own society, let's say we got 100 people. Some people married, unmarried, I don't know. But we got 100 people to go to the freaking some
Desert
mountain.
in Arizona.
Oh, the desert, dude! I want to go somewhere green. We can
Costa
decide this
Rica.
later. We
Island.
can decide this later. We'll vote tonight, okay? Stream tonight at 10 p.m. We'll take a vote on where we're going. No, I'm just kidding. But we imagine we go somewhere and it's just mountains. We're like, okay, let's just say
Yes.
we're like, all right, the land has been purchased. It's now under this organization's name, and if you want to join the organization, I don't know, you pay. Or maybe you don't pay. It's free, and you come here, and you just have to provide
also
value for the
people-
tribe. So you get
It's
there.
actually paid.
Let's say the taxes are covered. I don't know how that works because I don't know how property taxes work. But if the land is ours, okay, we get there, people start farming, people start building homes, and then we have our home. Like, what do you actually do during the day? Like, literally Minecraft. If people are there and you got your friends, so like, once you get the food going, and then you have a water source and you have shelter, besides like repairing things, what is there to do all day, like in terms of like work? Or does it just start turning into a 9 to 5? Is this exactly how the world
Matrix.
Matrix.
Bro
Well,
made the
there's-
Matrix.
Is this exactly how the world started? Because then people are like, yo, I don't want to farm anymore, but you like farming. So how about I repair your AC or whatever? How about I repair, you know, the hole in your roof, and then you give me 10 potatoes? And they're like, all right, deal. And then after
You
we
need to
start
write the
trading
book.
potatoes, we're like, okay, forget doing potatoes. Let's just use you know, let's make a little bill, or let's use a little coin to trade. And then we just like start life again. Would the same thing happen again? I feel like it'd be so good at the beginning. Because it'd be like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yo, there's an idea, bruh. There's an
I mean,
idea.
There's a book.
I
if
gotta keep
anyone,
saving up money, and then I'll buy some land for the community.
Then we'd spiritually grow together. That would be the best part.
Yeah, imagine that. And imagine we
Sure.
just were like, there was rules, like if you I don't know, if you'd like disturb the tribe, then like you don't live there anymore, and there's like a little council, and then there's the government, and then
No.
we just like live the purest life we could possibly live.
I mean,
And there'd have to be loyalty to the tribe as well.
Yeah.
And the tribal leaders.
This would be sick. I think
Don't
life
make
could be so
grace
much
in the
better than
leader.
it is right now.
Tribal tribe.
And that's an
We need to
inspiring
call.
thought.
We need to call the tribe Jungle.
The
Jungle
jungle.
Tarzan.
Jungle
Tarzan.
Boys.
Jungle
No,
boys.
truth boys.
Nature boys.
Truth people.
What about the girls?
Truth people.
Well, they're in jungle.
Who would run
They are
it?
boys.
Like, how could it possibly be like self-running? Like, it's not run by a person, but it's run by the total.
I mean,
SVN is
they
back.
should stick to a code. And
What?
They should stick to a code. I mean, like pirate code or something like that. Like they won't need
Like a
leaders.
okay, so basically the United States
Pirate.
Constitution.
Sharia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do
Okay,
you
so
still
like
cringe?
let's say we have this tribe, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna grow some marijuana. That would not be able to happen under Sharia law.
Nope. Well, unless you used it for like medicinal purposes.
But like, who considers that?
I mean,
There
Like,
goes
game.
our community.
see, bro, we already got our first debate. I'm just trying to think of problems in the
We need
future.
Sharia.
So what do we do about this?
Because we don't necessarily.
You know
always-
what? You'll make your
Exactly.
own state, bro. Do your.
Bro, how we should
Well,
do
that
this
was-
live on.
why will
We should
what
do
will
this.
you gain by it? Okay, continue.
Let him grow his plants
mean,
in his own state.
That's why you need Sharia law, because it's like you won't always know exactly. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but like the main principles, you don't always know, like, you know, what would be for the betterment of everybody else or for yourself.
Yeah, it's like that verse. Like, it's better not to do it than to do it. But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
this reminds me of like the U.S. Constitution, and I feel like this is why everyone likes to move, or not everyone, sorry, but people like to move to like Western countries because there's so much like freedom.
Yo, great. You need
Like,
to Google
People say the
Medina
Sharia law is
Constitution.
so good, but like, why don't people go to a country that has Sharia law?
Listen. Google Medina Constitution.
There's a lot of
People
people who
want-
go to Saudi because of the laws there.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's true.
Saying-
Maybe there's a
Bro,
lot of
listen.
people. I've never been there. I
W.
don't know how I would know.
bro.
Tax-free income for starters.
But there's also so many Muslims that are not in a Sharia law country, and it's like, if you really thought that was the truth, like, why would you not get your family and move over there?
Because none of
I
these are
mean-
actually real, bro. Listen, that's some that
There's
modern
been-
countries aren't all that.
People
Listen,
wanna
Google
go
Google
to
Ma-
places they
So
desire.
we'll have to start our own. So what happens if somebody wants to grow ganja? They wouldn't be allowed to under Sharia law.
execution.
Oh my
Damn.
No. But like, if you have
Do they go
100
to- do
kids,
they go-
like what you want, you wouldn't want to be growing that anyway. You want to be a good example. So
I know, but
This
like,
is
have you ever
great.
listened to a Bob
Oh
Marley
my-
song and been like, "Dang, he's so chill"? Like,
Listen,
is it really
Google
that
Medina
bad?
Constitution, please, and then you'll see like the rulings of Medina when the prophet at the time of the prophet, and let's just scroll through that a little bit. Come on,
I
screw
know,
the
but
American
I need to
Constitution.
go. I have a friend waiting on me.
Cap, he's been waiting for 2 hours.
Yeah, he has. Guys, I'm not smoking ganja for a year to test what it's like. I'm just thinking when we build this society, God willing, in a decade, in the middle of the
God
Andes
willing.
Mountains, what is gonna happen when
Which mountains
somebody,
will you choose?
I don't
Have you
know.
ever seen the movie
Choose Caucasian.
Have you ever seen the movie Shangri-La?
No,
It's kind of like that. It's a really interesting movie.
really, this is what they do. Like, why don't we just go start life over, like Minecraft? Everybody likes playing Minecraft. Is that what that movie's about? What's that movie, Hafsa? Can you? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
A fiction story about this traveler who he lost his basically they got stranded somewhere, and he was trekking around and he found this like hidden community in the like Tibetan mountains or something, and they basically lived like in this utopic society, and yeah, it's a really interesting watch. There's like several versions.
Wait, what's it called?
Shangri-La, Shangr dash L. And it's kind of like that word is now used to like symbolize like a utopic community. Yeah, it's
Dude, wait. I'm actually like thinking about. Dude, I always think of these crazy ideas, and then I'm like, bro, you're literally like trying to pay rent. What are you talking about? But that's the point. Why are we paying rent? Like, if you're on your own, then you're paying rent. But like, who?
Yeah.
Why don't? What is rent?
yeah.
No, like seriously,
mean-
people are like this, like you sound like a crazy person. Like, no, but like, there
Rent
is no
is
such
like-
thing as rent. There is no like. Think about if you like colonize Mars, but this is what humans did to Earth. Like they started like building houses. Like there was no such thing as rent. The quote unquote rent was just like making sure their house was built and safe.
No, rent is that I'm stronger than you, so you finna pay me for this to live here.
Facts. It's because like
That's
we'll kill
because-
you.
Because people are, I guess, they say like one important thing
It's
to
the
decide
mafia.
for you.
It's the mafia.
Listen. One important thing for you to
Cartel.
decide in life is: are people good or bad? Do you think people are generally good or bad? Did you hear me?
Yes, I did.
Do you think people are good or bad?
Do I? In general, I think
Yes.
some people are bad, and I think some people are good.
What, bruh? Don't give me diplomatic stuff here.
No, I've just answered.
I mean, what do you think mostly people are? Like, are they
Yes,
mostly
exactly.
bad or good? I mean, from my perspective,
I don't. What is
they're
good?
mostly
What is bad? Like, is it bad for a tiger to eat a family of baby antelopes in front of their mother?
They don't
Yeah.
have
Is that
concept
good or
of
bad?
good and bad. They
Bad.
don't
Is
have
it good?
that concept.
Is it good for a
It's-
human to
no,
slay
it is not considered
animals'
bad.
families so that their family can eat? What is good?
Okay, so, okay. For
Overcomplicate
animals, it
my
is not bad because
Come on,
they
Frederick,
act
shut
upon
up.
their instincts.
Bruh,
For animals, it is not bad because they act upon
shave
their
your eyebrows.
instincts. But we have intellect to choose whether it is bad or not. That is why we shouldn't do it. Like for
Obviously,
example,
obviously.
if a tiger kills an animal, it's by instinct to survive. But we know other ways. Like we know other ways of, let's say, surviving. So we don't have
That's
to
why we
commit
are
that.
special.
Actually, we have option to be good. But tigers or animals don't have option. So whatever they do is by instinct.
So,
Are people good or bad?
dude,
But
people have made a system that I think is bad, and we're in the system,
Oh my God.
and everyone's in the
Right.
system. So maybe we're bad. I don't know. No, maybe we're good. I don't know. I know I'm bad and good. I think more good than bad. But
Do you think that most people would?
I think
I
most
guess,
people are more good than bad.
Okay, thank you.
I think almost everybody.
people
is.
aren't bad. Our
Would
desires.
Would
make
you
us
enforce
bad.
rent
Like-
if you could on like another human being just because you can and you want more money?
I think that is
I would hope
because
so,
of desires,
not,
you know, but
but I
people
don't
make
know.
others
This is like the mafia.
like
Like, you know, you guys ever learned about like the mafia, like in like the Italian mafia in like New York or whatever in the past? They would basically say, it's like if you had a pizza place, they would walk into your shop at some point and basically tell you, pay us money, otherwise your wife is gonna be in danger. You'd be like, what? Like, yeah, pay us money and we'll protect you.
Yeah.
So then people would start to pay them money, and then they would be under the mafia's protection. So the mafia would protect them, like that pizza place, like they're with us, and they would be giving them a tax, which is exactly what the government is. Like, Quran Forever, this is what you said. Like, we'll come to your house, like, like, hey, pay us rent, or like pay us tax. Like, no, okay, well then you're gonna, like, something's gonna happen to you. Like, eventually you're gonna get a letter in the mail, okay, and then if you ignore that letter, then you're gonna go to court, and if you don't go to court, then we're gonna come and grab you, and then we're gonna put you
it's like
into a
more
room,
decent
and if you
way of
resist, then
deal.
eventually we're gonna
Mafias,
beat you, and eventually we're gonna shoot you,
for real?
or you'll just be in the box forever. So the government is the mafia. So we need to escape and go to the Andes Mountains and start Minecraft all over again. But we can't do creative mode. We have to do survival mode. I'm looking forward to this. What should be the time frame? Should we begin this in like 5 years?
5 years. I'm like 5 days.
Well, yeah, maybe soon. I was thinking like first let me like escape the financial burden of being young and broke. Then let's do this. But that's the whole point of doing this.
Then you'll just be old and broke.
I mean, you need to first to like start it. You need to gain followers, like loyalty, so they will like
So we're gonna make
actually
our own
trust
tribe.
your ideas. They will trust your
the
ideas and
DBF
contribute
tribe.
to it.
There's only one rule. Don't be fat.
Don't be fat.
That we just add. Can we just do Sharia law, but just add that one in at the end, so it's like, like one amendment.
Fat people will be executed.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a little bit far. It's more like a warning.
I thought, Grayson, you would like that one.
Not executed, bro. Give people a chance. Like, we've all gotten chubby
No.
before.
I'm an evil person.
Okay, guys, I gotta go.
Do you cringe when people say Sharia law still?
Sharia law? Me? I mean.
Do you like say it? Yes, obviously.
Oh, I just don't really know what that means. I just hear like Sharia law. Anything associated with Islam is just like an AK-47 in my head, like in the Middle East. Nah, I'm being straight up. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being straight up, and that's how people think. Like,
I know.
Literally,
Texas
Islam,
is different.
Islam is Osama bin Laden. Like, that's what we're taught. Like, I was going as a kid, like, to watch a movie. Like, look at this movie. Look at the bad guys, and look at the good guys. The good guys are the American guys going in to kill these people who wear all these clothes and have long beards, and they bomb, they kill people. Like, they wear weird stuff, and their wives like cover themselves all the way. Like, they're so mysterious and I don't know.
I don't blame you.
Like ISIS, like killing this hostage, like, and like literally in high school, it literally was the joke. Like in the football locker room, like people would be like, "Allahu Akbar," literally like I'm about to blow the building up. That's like.
And
what
then you
I thought
open the
it
Quran.
meant. And now like now years later, I'm like, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah. Like I'm like, how did that happen? What a strange
Yeah, you opened the
turn of events.
Quran.
You were guided.
That's what happened.
I mean, I opened up the Quran and I also used my brain to realize that this is just an Arabic, and this is just an Arabic word that means God is the greatest.
Saw your
Like,
intention.
it doesn't. If people are saying
Your
that and then they're
intention
killing
was pure.
civilians, they're not following God. Like, that's not what God says to do.
I like how you said I've used my brain. That's because that's very rare, actually.
All right, guys, I gotta go. This has been so fun.
Peace out.
This
Peace out.
What's it called? Not a trio,
Don't
but
be
a
sad.
cinco. This cinco is fire.
Cinco.
Cinco?
Your last question. Grayson,
No,
last
I have to
question.
go.
No, small question. Grayson,
You don't have no friends, Bernard. Anyway, so.
Grayson,
What?
Grayson, do you feel bonita?
Yes, claro que sí. Soy muy bonita.
Good.
Oh no.
What's
bonito.
next stream about? What's next stream about? Sharia law?
Next stream is about IRL, and I think tomorrow IRL I'm gonna talk about our concept of building our own society, and there'll be a surprise. Okay, I gotta
What
go.
happened
Guys.
with
Debbie's
Ali
in the
Dawa
chat.
though? Alright,
Ali
peace.
Dawa. I haven't talked to him yet, so
Oh,
I don't know.
you put the poster out, but then
Oh yeah. It was maybe we
Yeah.
were maybe gonna meet online, but we'll see. Uh, we'll see. I have yet to like personally speak with him, so I
Right.
don't know when he.
Okay.
Will. I mean, I would love to talk to him.
All right.
All right, guys. W's in the chat. Don't be
Peace
fat.
out.
Don't be fat.
Scream, scream.
It rhymed.
Don't be fat.
W's in the chat.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam. This was electric.
Bye.
My mind is like so stimulated right now. Is anyone else? I think I'm crazy.
I feel like I'm always thinking
I'm
about
trying to be myself.
Is that why you guys like
My
this
best to be
stream? Because like you
silent.
think
Out.
you can see similarities? Because like that's how.
I mean, you're crazy.
Like I never
person,
stop
and
thinking.
I like it.
Well, it's so cool that like we found people who just want to talk about life on here. Because like most people want to
Yeah,
watch
like,
watch
without
like
being
TikTok
judged.
or like I don't know, like silly stuff.
Yeah.
I think anyone who joins this community and sits on here for hours to watch people just talk about philosophy is clearly
Grayson will
interested in like
speak for
becoming a
another
higher
hour.
version of themselves. Bro, maybe we should make our own
Could
society.
meet some
Maybe
of
that
my-
would solve all the problems. But I'm already thinking of a problem: Sharia law and ganja.
Ganja.
All right, guys, we'll discuss that next stream. Pops at random human W's in the chat.
Make the handshake. Yes.
Bye, everybody. Shout out
Bye.
SVN for
Bye,
gifting the
Grayson.
memberships. All right, bye, Hafsa and Random.
Bonita. Adios. Adios.
Adios. Guys, if you'd like to support these conversations, these are conversations that I believe make us all better. That's why you're listening to this right now. That's why you're listening, is because this is the only community on YouTube where people actually come on here and are able to say whatever they want. You can say anything in this chat. You can say I'm a bot. You can say I'm fat. Don't be fat. You can say whatever curse word you can think of. You can call me in the chat, because this is freedom of speech. This is freedom of ideas. And in order to speak freely and share ideas, it takes a lot of energy and time. So if you would like to support this channel and continuing to let people, give people a microphone, including myself, including anyone who comes on here. I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. I'm not afraid to let anyone share their ideas, because the truth always comes out in the end. If you would like to support that, you can purchase a coffee for the channel. Send me a private message. Send me an interesting message. I'll potentially read it if it's fascinating and if I have time to go see it. But yeah, buy the channel coffee. I'll be able to potentially reply back to you, and you can also send me an email, and you can also buy a super chat like SVN. And you can also be here like Hafsa, and you can join the conversation. You can be here like Random Human, and you can add value to the conversation. And you can be here in the chat adding value and sharing your ideas and adding to the conversation and stimulating it. So I thank you for watching, all 86 of you, and the thousands more that will see this later, God willing. W's in the chat. Don't be fat. You can do anything, and you can become anyone at any single moment. You simply have to take off your headphones and open your eyes and look at the leaf outside and go eat a leaf and go breathe air from the tree, and don't die.